Welcome along to the Western Fair Sports Centre, home of the London Nationals and the stage for tonight's game against the visiting Welland Jr. Canadians. My name is Taylor Tsakoniatis. It's a pleasure to be joined here with you this evening. Let's dive into the story of the game presented by Source for Sports. Tonight, London will take on their first cross-conference opponent in the regular season for the first time since the 2013-14 league ruling that teams should be playing within their conference for their opponents for the regular season. But tonight and this season, it all changes. So like I said, the Welland will be here tonight, and then over the weekend, London will visit St. Catharines. Then come December, Caledon will roll into here in London, and then in the new year, Hamilton will be here. So lots of exposure from teams that are unfamiliar with their style of play, but it gives great exposure for the fans to see these two teams match up here tonight. For more on tonight's matchup, though, I will send it up to Kyle and Jeremy. Gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening, Taylor. Thank you. And it should be a very interesting game. Welland in town, not something we have not seen in a long time, should make for a very interesting matchup. However, two teams on vastly different trends are on right now. Nationals still battling for that first spot, and the Junior Canadians trying to find their way out of the basement.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And for the Nationals, again, it's going to be that carousel of being in first, second, or third place with the battle with Strathroy and the LaSalle Vipers. So that's going to be an interesting matchup. And then for the Junior Canadians, yes, they are in the bottom of the Golden Horseshoe Conference, only with 2 wins on the regular season so far. They're looking to climb up the Golden Horseshoe standings. Only having 7 teams inside of that conference certainly adds a different little aspect to their season.
Well, as you just mentioned, Nationals fighting for that first, second, and third position. Tough loss last week to the LaSalle Vipers, but got close, and thanks in due part to some great performance by Nolan Milne, who really came into his own last week. Yeah,
Milne is starting to find his groove out there, and you can see on that goal there, he got that little toe drag inside the stick, and that's what we're starting to see more and more from these forwards, is being able to find the shooting lanes and getting it into the back of the net. And for a guy like Milne, that's exactly what he needed to boost his confidence. And again, 11 points in 15 games. He's slowly starting to be one of the Nationals' top point producers so far during this regular season. So expect Milne to have another solid effort in here tonight against the Junior Canadian squad, looking for win number 3.
Absolutely, and Milne, with that slow start he had, he looked like he was a little out of place in where he was. He was really trying to find his footing, really coming into his own these last few weeks. Expect a lot more from him as we continue on here. Now, another big factor for the Nationals throughout this season so far has been goaltending. It's probably been the biggest story of this team so far, and how it's just been a goaltending duel to get that first that starting job. Hayden Sabourin in there, along with Carter Froggett, both have been spectacular, and neither really getting that edge to get that starting job for full time.
Yeah, and for Sabourin, he got the start in here last Wednesday against LaSalle, got the loss, but both goaltenders in both Sabourin and Froggett are both battlers inside the crease, and Sabourin able, unfortunately, to get the loss there. But then on the other side, when you look at Carter Froggett, Froggett's had good numbers as well all season long, having a 4-2-1 record with a 3.43 goals against average. Again, those numbers are really good in the Western Conference, considering the teams like the LaSalles, the Strathroys, the St. Thomases, who know how to put the puck in the back of the net. And when you have that goals against under 3.5, that certainly bodes well for this offensive group like the Nationals have.
Absolutely, and they've done just marvelous work in between the pipes for both sides. Froggett 4-2-1, and you see there Sabourin 6-1-0. His only loss was just a tough performance. Still put up some great numbers in last week's game, and then at 980-28 save percentage, Froggett's still a little farther behind at 890, but he's still getting the wins when he needs it, and has had the tougher competition overall.
Yeah, no doubt. And for a guy like Froggett, he's been with this team for the past couple of seasons, so he knows what this league is like. And for Sabourin, again, coming from the Elmira Sugar Kings, he too knows what this league is like. But Froggett has more of the experience playing inside of this building, knowing the bounces, knowing what the league is like. So for Froggett getting the start in here tonight, it's another boost of confidence for him. Expect big things from for Froggett here tonight.
A lot of the key factors that can come into their performance throughout this year can come from the development and the performance from the goaltending. We talked to the goaltending coach a couple weeks ago. Now we got a chance to talk to the new director of goaltending development, Rod Wisco, and we'll send it down to that interview as Taylor got a chance to talk to him earlier tonight.
We're here at ice level with Director of Goaltending Development here at the London Nationals, Rod Wisco. Welcome here to the Western Fair Sports Centre. I know your hockey journey has taken you everywhere, from England to Bulgaria. Can you tell me a little bit about what these experiences have meant to you as a coach?
As a coach, well, what's traveling around for hockey has allowed me to sort of see how different people do things. because here in Canada we have a set way of thinking that we know the best, but sometimes it's always good to sort of take a look and see what other people are doing. So I've been to Finland, I've been to Sweden, learned a little bit about how they do things there, and brought some of those techniques back to my goalies here in Canada.
Now, you're coming in at the beginning of the season here. What do you have set out to tackle here with the London Nationals?
Well, I'm going to work very closely with Jake Riley, who's the goaltending coach here with Nats. I'm going to talk with the boys, Hayden and Carter. Guys have been the backbone of this team so far on the defensive end, and we think that they can continue doing the job.
Now, talking about Hayden and Carter for a minute here, what's the vision you have for them? I mean, they're a great tandem. They've both had very good starts this year. What's your thoughts, initial impressions of them?
Well, the Nats are a development team. And so the guys that are here, we're here to win championships, but at the same time, we're here to develop the players that are here. And so with Hayden, I'd like to see him move on to Major Junior, as well as Carter. Both guys are signed with OHL clubs, and we're going to work very closely with their OHL teams to see what the OHL teams want to see from them. But at the same time, we want to make sure that they contribute to the team's success.
Rod, thank you so much. We will send it back up to Kyle and Jeremy for more. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Taylor. And it should be stated that both goaltenders have shown great improvement throughout the season as well. We didn't really know what to expect out of the Nationals goaltending tandem, but it's continued to improve, and it's looked very good so far.
Yeah, and again, with the two goaltenders being Froggatt and Sabourin, they've both shown throughout this season that, like you mentioned, Kyle, the improvement, the ability to. We haven't really seen them have too many loose rebounds in front of their own net. That's something that we've seen here quite a bit over the previous seasons, and maybe the goaltenders having that loose rebound. We haven't seen much of that from the two goaltenders. Very solid in the net, very well positioned in the net. So something that we can continue to expect and see them continue to flourish here in the regular season.
Absolutely. Now, looking back to what we saw some of the plays from last Wednesday with Nolan Millen's goals, but Nationals took a loss there. Pick up a big win on Saturday night in the shootout, taking down the Strathroy Rockets, and that another tough battle between those top three teams. Big performances here from Lucas Chard and Jeremy Hirsch.
Yeah, of course, Hirsch able to get himself on the board with a couple of points, and also Noah Baldwin. We're starting to see him get his offensive side going here in the last couple of weeks as well. And then with Pace Roth and Rogers adding points as well. You're starting to see the depth of this Nationals team start to come out here as we're approaching November into December. You're starting to see where the Nationals can add and maybe find where their depth pieces can come from. And guys like Baldwin and Rogers stepping up and getting into the points, certainly something you want to see if you're head coach Mike McElveen.
Absolutely, and with that win as well, that pushes the Nationals still keeping in that tight-knit group for that number one spot here in the Western Conference, and it doesn't get any easier the farther into the season we go. It does seem there is going to start being a little bit of separation between those top teams and the bottom teams, but it just seems to be that top three group that is just so impactful, and it's hard for either team to break through.
Yeah, and again, it's just amazing to see that you talk about it, those top three teams, and you would basically call them the front runners, right? When you're here at the Western Fair, right across the street, we have the horse track, and you can compare these three teams to the purebeds, where basically they're out in front, and it looks like they're going to be the ones to basically showcase who's going to be at the top, and then you've got those bottom teams like the St. Thomas Stars, like the Camoga Kings, who want to get up to that middle of the pack. So certainly the Western Conference, certainly not over yet, but with LaSalle, Strathroy, and London battling out for first place, expect that battle to happen all the way through the new year, heading into the playoffs.
Absolutely. A crazy stat with those three teams as well. LaSalle has had London's number all year long. Well, they've taken down London in each meeting. They've seen London has beaten Strathroy in all their meetings, and Strathroy has beaten LaSalle in all their meetings. So it's a vicious triangle between the top three teams in the Western Conference. Now, looking over at the Golden Horseshoe as well, another division that seems to be a little top-heavy as well, but taking a look at who we have in the house tonight, Welland Jr. Canadians are a team that's they're struggling to find themselves right now. Only 2 wins on the season. Really need to try to get that jump to get back in there and try to compete with Pelham or Port Colborne to try to get up those standings as well. And as we said, the London will see St. Catharines on this weekend, and then Hamilton and Caledonia later in the year.
Yeah, and again, with Caledonia coming in here in December, that's really going to be a big matchup for both sides, continuing to keep themselves up in the upper echelons of their respective conferences. And again, Hamilton being in the middle, and for Welland, yes, it's 2 wins so far on the season, but expect them to at least gain a couple of more wins. Expect them to get over double digits wins. So for a team like Welland, it's work on the positives. Again, with only having the 2 wins, you want to focus on what is the positive so far, and they're scoring goals, but at the same time, you need to be able to keep the puck out of the back of the net, which has been a struggle for Welland so far.
Absolutely, and we'll see how they can respond here tonight. It's going to be a tough matchup, but the nice thing is you come in against a team that doesn't know you very well, doesn't know your tendencies, and you can sometimes get that surprise on a team like that. London, however, a team that has been known to just, if they can get their foot on the gas pedal, they tend to push it down and keep it down, and a lot of part of that is due to how dynamite they've been here at home. And the big focal point I notice a lot is Jeremy Hirsch, a player who has just found his way to put the puck in the net whenever he's here at home ice, and has been absolutely dynamic and has found great chemistry on that line with Lucas Chard.
Yeah, and again, with a guy like Hirsch, he just finds the right, he's in the right open spaces a lot of the time. When you're on a line with Lucas Chard, you need to be able to get into the open space, and that's exactly what Jeremy Hirsch does. Again, 11 points in 13 games. The 5 goals, again, the GOJHL this year, they are keeping an eye on the goals and the assists, keeping an eye on basically, did they really get that goal or did they really get that extra assist? So the league is keeping a close eye on it. And for a guy like Hirsch, having those 11 points in 13 games is something that the Nationals certainly love to see, especially on home ice here at the Western Fair Sports Center.
Absolutely. Scoring was a big factor for this team that we had a lot of question marks on. In the first couple of weeks, they didn't look like they had it, and it started to develop itself pretty well. Hirsch has had that great resurgence. We saw from Milne earlier, and then we always talk about between a bunch of other guys on this team that are really dynamite. The big help that they got recently, too, is bringing back Lucas Chard, who has been a big help and really developed his game coming back to the Nationals.
Yeah, ever since coming back from the Leamington Flyers, Chard has just found himself back basically at home here with the Nationals. He's able to just find the back of the net at ease with this club. And another depth guy as well would be Blake Aerosmith. Aerosmith came in here, prospect of the London Knights, and again, Chard only in 6 games, gotten the 7 points. We expect that from Lucas Chard. He had a monster season last season, and then in the playoffs did it as well. So this is not surprising for a guy like Lucas Chard being able to come back here to London, be back in a natural position for him. He's going to school at Western, but again, for Lucas Chard, back in a Nationals uniform, putting up the points as he always has done.
Absolutely. No, I know that's a big benefit. The Nationals fans happy to see him back here on home ice, and it's been absolutely fantastic for them. And now we're going to take a look as the Nationals getting ready to come out here for tonight's game. Take a look at our starting lineup for the Nationals tonight. Not too surprising what we're going to see here. Milne, Chard, Hirsch. That line stays together. LePayne up there with Palmer and Chipman. As that line seems to be getting out a little bit of trying to figure out who's going to play on that left side. You've seen LePayne there. We've seen Wood. And we've even seen a little bit of Gubermont up there as well. So it's been very interesting to try to find that third member of that Palmer-Chipman line.
Yeah, and especially on that second line with Palmer and Chipman, you're looking for that guy that can be strong along the boards and feed the guys like Palmer and Chipman who are going to be up in the open spaces.
And now we'll look down at ice level as we get set here. We'll take a look at our starting goaltenders.
Yes, for the Nationals, it is Carter Froggatt, and again with a 4-2-1 record. And then you can go all the way to the other side for the visiting Welland Jr. Canadians, and it is Stanley Manella on the other side. Again, 0-6. He looks to get his first win here tonight.
Yeah, not the greatest start you'd want from one of your starting goaltenders, but hopefully he can turn it around here. He sees a lot of rubber on a nightly basis, and it's going to be a big task for him tonight. We'll see a lot of him. As we send down an ice level throw in 7 minutes.
Number 19, Braden Carruthers. Number 70, Joey Marcy. On defense, number 21, Dustin LeVrier. And number 74, Kai Stilbeck. And at goal, number 29, Stanley Manuel.
And now for the starting lineup for your London Nationals, on forward, number 11, Talon Palmer. Number 17, Josh LePayne. Number 19, Colton Chipman. On defense, number 2, Caden Lane. Number 10, Logan Pace Rock. And starting in goal for your London Nationals, number 1, Carter Froggatt. Remembrance Day originated following the end of the First World War. The Armistice Agreement was signed between Germany and the Allied forces in Paris on Monday, November 11, 1918 at 500 hours. The cease and desist went into effect at 1100 hours the same morning, the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. This is why we stand and honor those who sacrificed their lives. In Flanders Fields was written by John McCrae and is a well-known poem where poppies spread across the field like a sea of red, which is an ironic symbolization of all the blood that was spilt by so many. Millions of Canadians wear a poppy as a universal symbol of remembrance of all the servicemen and women who gave their lives. We will now listen to the last post, followed by a moment of silence, and then the famous poem in Flanders Fields.
In Flanders Fields, the poppies blow between the crossings, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly. Scarce herds amid the guns below. We are the dead short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunsets glow. Loved and were loved, and now we lay in Flanders Fields.
Take up our quarrel with our foe, to you from failing hand we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high, if ye break faith with us who die. We shall not sleep through poppies grow in Flanders Fields. We would like to ask both captains to make their way to the red carpet for tonight's ceremonial puck drop. Introducing the color party from the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 501, Lambeth. Sergeant at Arms Diane Lawrence. Reverend Bill White, Padre. The Treasurer, Maggie Nanny. Also joining us, we have Randy Matthews, the President, and past Presidents Joanne and Tom Shields. Prior to the national anthem, the London Nationals wish to acknowledge the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, Lenape-Wauk, and Arawandans peoples whose traditional lands we are gathered around this evening. Fans, if you will please remain standing and remove your hats and join Candace for Go in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for
A lovely opening ceremony here as we get set for our matchup here between the Nationals and the Welland Jr. Canadians. A familiar sight for the London Nationals here as they are taking a matchup against a team wearing red, white, and blue for the second time in consecutive games here. And then once again, we'll do it again next week when the Strathroy Rockets return.
Very familiar uniforms with the Welland Jr. Canadians wearing. The Strathroy Rockets wear identical uniforms, but this one feels more natural with it being the Junior Canadians wearing basically the Montreal logo, but with a W in the middle of the C for Welland. And a few notable alumni that used to play for the Welland Junior Canadians featured Cal Clutterbuck of the New York Islanders, former Ottawa Senators goaltender Ray Emery, former defenseman Dan Girardi, and Paul Bissonnette all played for the Welland Junior Canadians. So certainly a lot of notable NHL alumni who played for that organization. Again, looking for win number 3 here on the regular season, only having 2 wins. They won their first game of the season against the Hamilton Kilty Bees, and then the month of October was a month they would probably like to forget, not able to record a win. But now that they've got 2, they're looking for a third against the Nationals team who wants to continue to push for that number 1 spot in the Western Conference.
Rotates in the middle of the faceoff dot, taking against Callum Palmer. Faceoff gets strummed. LePayne will pick it up. Over to Lave. Nationals will start off with the puck. Nice lead pass intended for Palmer. Just goes off the top of his stick and falls down behind the net. Puck we brought out. Welland gets it up to the blue line. Into the offensive zone. Protest. He'll try to get a hold of it. Gets picked off his stick. Picked up now by Chipman. Banks it up the actual referee's leg, and the Nationals break out. Nice head of steam coming across the blue line. Here comes LePayne. LePayne works in. He takes a shot. There's save coming on net as Manel makes his first touch of the game. Brothers tries to move it up to the blue line. Gets turned around quickly and sent down back behind the Junior Canadians net. Up the blue line. Kopchak, he picks it up, throws it right back in. Like Kopchak back in the lineup after missing last week's contest. Nationals play right down low, get some pressure. Milne turns right at the blue line. Trying to find an open space, ends up putting it behind the net. Brought right out front. Nice shot by Hirsch. Goes right off the side of the head of Manel. Puck comes back out into the neutral ice. Hirsch, he plays it, spins. Quickly gets taken off his stick, picked up and sent back the other way. Kopchak, nice little touch right into the middle. Hirsch now for Chard. Tries to just drive his way through 2 Junior Canadians, but can't make it through. Pinned on the boards. Milne, he moves it up, now gets stolen. Junior Canadians try to get into the offensive zone, ends up just dumping it in. Both teams going for changes. Fisher behind the net. Outlet pass, gets it up to Wood. Wood brings it over. Nice shot from a sharp angle right on net. And that'll be our first whistle here as Nolan Baldwin puts another puck right into the arm of Stanley Manel.
Yeah, the Nationals with the first danger scoring chance of the game. Hirsch, he actually puts that off the paddle of Stanley Manel, and it ends up going out in the corner. Something that's noticeably different in tonight's game compared to last week against LaSalle Vipers was the Vipers were very aggressive on the forecheck, sent 3 forwards in, and were hard on the puck. And so far in this contest, you're seeing the Junior Canadians only send 1 forward in, and they're playing more of a defensive game. So expect Welland to be very defensive with the puck tonight.
The key thing, a lot of teams coming in, especially on these cross-conference plays, it's going to be that feeling out period and that first little bit of action, and try to see what the other team has in store for you. And a thing for the Junior Canadians have to come in here, unlike every other team in the Western Conference, you come in and you're playing on that Olympic-sized rink that a lot of teams here know to expect. And Welland has been here in previous years, but none of these players have.
No, and that's the other thing too, is that with all these guys, it's their first time coming into this building in the Junior B level.
Puck right out front, trying to get it right on net. Rebound chance. Rogers just puts it right over the net. Beautiful chance. Atlee Rogers coming out with a something to prove here tonight. Puck quickly thrown right back in. Froggatt comes out to play it. Ends up leaving it behind the net. Back over to Rogers. Rogers, nice little touch pass, gets it up to Baldwin. Baldwin gets it stolen off his stick. Great read by Fisher as he sees Lave coming onto the ice, or elects not to touch it, or else would have been too many men on the ice. Canadians elect to dump it back into the offensive zone once again. After picked up by LeBlanc, stolen around, shot on net. That one just slides wide. LeBlanc will recover it and get it up to Guvermont. Guvermont, nice work using his body to his advantage, gets the puck into the offensive zone. He's got LeBlanc with him. Guvermont just works it down low, takes a shot at a sharp angle. Another nice save by Manel. Back up to the blue line, another shot on net. This time goes wide. Lave holds it, keeps it in, gets it down over to Aerosmith. Aerosmith curves around, he takes a shot, that gets blocked. Another chance again, LeBlanc, he takes another shot, goes right onto Manel, and this time will be held on as the Nationals' fourth line doing some work.
Yeah, and with Aerosmith out there with Guvermont, it's a line that's going to certainly generate traffic. And take a look at the opportunity again, just a good hard drive to the net, and the shot gets stopped there by Manel, and he's going to be the busier of the 2 goaltenders in this matchup so far. Again, only 4 minutes in, London's had possession of the puck quite a bit.
Every time the Junior Canadians seem to get a hold of it, it ends up just getting dumped into the National zone. Not too much of it in terms of puck control. Timmins, he moves the puck around, almost picked off right in the middle of the ice by Palmer. Tkachuk overrule it. Back up the wall. Shipman gets it a little pain. He brings in the offensive zone. Welland trying to get a hold of it and getting it out of the zone. They will, and puck comes out, deflected into the National zone. Froggatt comes out to play it, throws into the corner. Puck played down the corner, goes off a skate. Ruland just trying to deflect it out, it does. National's going to come up the ice here. There's LePayne. LePayne tries to get right into the middle as he had Palmer streaking right down the middle of the ice. Chipman tries to make a move to get around his man. Ends up getting deflected, sent back the other way. Timmins comes in, throws it on net. Welland trying to hold the puck down low. Puck gets moved up right to the top of the circle. Stolen by Milne. Milne getting a little bit of help by Frossard, and then brought over now. Fisher, he brings it in, takes a shot. That one goes off a stick, and it'll go up into the netting and out of play.
A good little play there by Fisher to keep that puck alive and move the puck into the offensive zone. And with no PJ Fagan in the lineup tonight for the Nationals, he is serving a suspension from the game on Saturday up in Strathroy. So the defense a little bit short, so hence the call up for Eric Fassard, the London Junior Knights AAA player from the U16 level, getting his first action here at the Junior B level.
Thrown across the blue line, Alexander tries to take a shot. That one ends up going off a leg. Welland still trying to find get a hold of the puck, stolen by Chard, and we're going to see a penalty coming here. A high stick will be the call on the play. A little bit of confusion here. Lucas Chard trying to see what exactly happened, as he's going to be the one heading to the box.
I'm not exactly sure where the high stick happened, as the referee puts the arm up and Chard will go sit for 2 minutes. I'm sure he's not exactly on the reasoning either as to where this play potentially happened, but again, Welland will go to the power play, first time here tonight.
Timmons takes the shot, puts it on net, and Froggatt will make a save. And that will be Welland's first shot on net, just over 5.5 minutes into the game.
And we talked about what are the positives that Welland can build off of. They actually have the 4th best power play in the Golden Horseshoe Conference, so certainly they know how to work the power play, and we'll see if they can get one on the board here early.
Especially against a struggling penalty kill for the Nationals, which for the first few weeks was sitting first place, has now dropped to 6th in the Western Conference, so it is struggling as of late, and something they would love to get back going into the good books. The one thing that they do well is they manage to find the back of the net quite a bit, sitting 2nd in the entire GOJHL in shorthanded goals with 7. With Caledon being the only team ahead of them with 10 on the year. Puck picked up, nice steal by Wood. Wood's going to move it back behind the net. The aggressive play by the Nationals penalty kill is on display here as Wood gets a nice steal, gets it out of the zone, dumps it right back in. That's the great work by the combination of Wood and Milne, kill off a minute. Puck picked up by Ryan, he'll dump it in. Sent back up the wall, out to the neutral ice. Ryan will collect it again. He dishes over to Skelbeck. Drop back, Welland's going to try to bring it up. Skelbeck will bring it up across the blue line. He holds, likes to dump it behind the net. Nationals quickly get a piece of it, and they're going to send it back down the length of the ice. 30 seconds remaining here in the power play. Shot 6-1 here in favor of the Nationals. Still a 0-0 tie. Welland brings it across the blue line again. Trying to set up something. Robert to Carruthers on the near side. He gets his pocket picked by Rogers. Rogers has LeBlanc with him. Rogers gets it across the blue line. Elects to just double back. Gets it over to Kopchuk as he goes off for a change. Here comes Chard right out of the box. Chard, nice little pass right into the middle. Just overshoots LeBlanc. And Gouvermont couldn't quite get it in time. And Welland will break it out of their own zone again. Carruthers now across the blue line. He tries to get through 4 Nationals players. Still holds on to the puck, however. Takes a shot, just puts it just over the shoulder of Carter Froggatt. Back up to the blue line. Big slap shot taken. That hits a body out front. Frossard, he'll move it around. Found it over to Gouvermont on the near side. He collides with a few players from the Canadians. The puck gets picked up, and they'll break it back down to the neutral ice. Stolen again by the Nationals. Frossard gets it in. Causes enough chaos that the Nationals try to move it in the offensive zone. Fisher back up the wall. Gouvermont can't get a stick on it. Now sent back into the National zone. Palmer will be the first one on it. Long cross ice pass up to Gouvermont. He finds it in his feet, has to stop and reset. Tries to put it down to Aerosmith. He loses control. Now it's sent back into the National zone again. Lave will pick it up and they'll move it out again. Out to Palmer. Palmer does a nice move, trying to get around one. He just gets pinned right to the board by LePage. Page just taking a big grab of it and just pins the puck down to the ice. As 2 Nationals players try to dig away at it and come away with the puck. Finally squeezes out. Picked up by Lave. Lave throws it right down low. Holds on to a big save by Manel. Huge chance. And just cannot convert it. There is Tanner Palmer. Back up again. Here comes LePayne. LePayne across the blue line. He waits. Puts it right out front. Tries to hit Chipman with the pass. A little too hard for him to handle. Back again, trying to put it out front. LePayne this time can't get a hold of it. Puck does get cleared the length of the ice. Picked up by Lave, he'll move it out. Up to LePayne. LePayne's got a little room to work. Tries to take a shot. That gets blocked. Loose puck in some feet. Another shot taken by Chard. Looks like it just hits the side of Manel and goes into the corner. As the Junior Canadians will clear the zone, but a little too much, and it will go for icing and brought back down into the Junior Canadian zone.
And we'll take a look at this chance once again. The fourth line out. There's again, Lave does a good job of just centering this puck into the slot. And Palmer, not once, but twice. That goes actually off the back of Manel and almost goes into the back of the net. Ends up getting a lucky bounce up over top of the crossbar. Shots currently 8-1 in favor of the Nationals.
It has not been the start the Junior Canadians want to see here so far. But the start the Nationals are going to be quite happy with, as the pressure has been all theirs, even with taking a penalty. There's nothing to show for it on the scoreboard as of yet. Puck picked up and brought out. Kalpakis can't do anything with it. Rulin, nice little play, just bounces straight up the board, so it goes right to Kopchuk. And here comes Chard. Chard moves it up, breaks past him, and still stays with the puck. Ends up tumbling down after the play. Gets it over to Hirsch. He'll send it behind the net. Milne's heading to the front. Gets it again. Big shot on net. Manel has to make a tough save of another great chance by the Nationals' top six.
Well, good cycle work down low as Hirsch and Chard play pitch and catch. And then they end up just centering this puck as again. Hirsch makes the backhand no-look pass. There's Chard. Chard just spins off the defender, feeds it out in front. And then there's the save there as again, draped all over. There again, Manel able to beat it, come across the crease and make a good save.
Puck up to Fisher, shot goes right off a leg and right into the chest of Manel. 9-11 remaining here in the first period. Shots 11-1 in favor of the Nationals. They are trying any way to put any piece of rubber on net. Face-off won by the Nationals again. Played down low. Baldwin can't quite get a hold of it. It's knocked over. Rogers, he's going to bring it up front. Nice wraparound chance with the backhand. Just puts it wide. Kept in by Fisher as he gets it over to Wood. Wood sends it down low. Rogers ends up putting off a skate. They're still going to be found by Wood. Stick has just flown well up the boards as two players on the Junior Canadians are without a stick now.
And one's out at the top of the blue line.
And one's on the Canadians bench now as well. As Wood, he's going to pick it up. Trying to put it out front again. It's picked up. As the Junior Canadians seem to have dodged a bullet here, as not the greatest place to be with two players without sticks. Puck gets moved up the wall. Fisher tries to get it out, can't, and the puck is kept in. Brought back out front, trying to put it in front of the net, and almost gets right on the stick of Jack Ryan. But it is picked up by Froggatt, and he'll hang on.
Yeah, giveaway from Fisher right as he was trying to make the breakout play, and then it ends up going right onto the sticks of the Junior Canadians. And they do a good job of getting it and making quick transitions to go all the way back to the other side and make the shot on Froggatt.
Face-off won by the Junior Canadians. They take another shot, blocked by Lave. And the Nationals break it out. Partial 3-on-2, gets it up to LeBlanc. LeBlanc over to Gubermont. Gubermont shoots and scores! What a shot by Gubermont! As the Nationals take a 1-0 lead off a beautiful shot, top shelf.
Oh, and this play starts all the way down inside of London's zone, and they break this puck out very well. And they use their feet. And again, Aerosmith over across to LeBlanc, and then Gubermont just rips it. The benefit of being a left-handed shot is you're able to control it, rip it top shelf, up over the shoulder there of Manel underneath the bar, clean through, and on the 14th shot of the game for the Nationals, they're finally able to break Manel, and it's 1-0 for the Nationals.
Oh, just a beautiful work. I have not seen a shot like that from Gubermont all season. If he can start doing that a little more often, he's going to see a lot more goals go up on the board. As that is the third goal of the season for Manel. And then another play right out front. Gubermont again puts another one in. And the Nationals take a 2-0 lead.
Well, the first goal, he shows how hard he can shoot the puck. This time he shows how he can just put the stick in the right area and it's an easy tap-in. On this play again, just on the right side, Aerosmith, look at the vision. He puts this low, creates the rebound chance, and look where Gouvermont is, right in the slot. And that's got to be better covered there if you're Welland. You got to understand that there's going to be a guy in the high slot for that type of play, and Gouvermont sees that all day long with the open 4x6. Just tucks it behind the post, and just like that, Gouvermont's up 2-0 here over the Junior Canadians.
Yeah, play by Liam Legault there, standing in front of the net, has to keep an eye on where his man is on that play. If he can just get a body on it, get something in the shooting lane, it would have prevented the goal there. Unfortunate play, not much Manel could have done. Nonetheless, it is 2-0 now for the London Nationals. Puck comes out, brought across the blue line. Canadians trying to get something going. Big shot from distance and big glove save. Little bit of Windmill Wednesday there by Carter Frog. We haven't seen many this season, but that's probably the closest we've had.
Yeah, I will give Carter Froggatt the Windmill Wednesday on this one. Again, Welland just gets this in and then open space. Welland's going to shoot that one, and not, even though it's not technically a windmill, because he went to glove it over on his right-hand side, he does bring it over a little bit, does get a little bit of rotation on it. So yes, Windmill Wednesday back here at the Western Fair early on in this game.
Here comes Lucas Chard now. Nice draw pass, gets it over, shot, and that scores! Jeremy Hirsch makes it 3-0. Just finding the top shelves with just vicious accuracy here.
Well, we're going to have to name the West Middlesex Center the Jeremy Hirsch Center at this rate. He's scoring goals left and right inside of this building, and just, again, open space, no sticks in the lane, just rips it up and over the glove of Manel. Again, 18 shots for the Nationals and 3 goals so far. Welland's got to get their foot on the gas pedal in a hurry here.
6th of the season for Jeremy Hirsch on another beautiful shot. Goes right over the shoulder of Stanley Manel. Not too much he can do on that one again, as the Nationals come right back on the offense once again. Played by Fisher, ends up just going backhand, thrown down in the corner. Picked up, sent to the offensive zone for the Junior Canadians. Quickly turned back up the wall. Milne. Draw pass for Chard. Chard tries to cut through the middle. He gets stopped up by Carruthers. And be brought across the blue line into the offensive zone. Trying to get the pass right up front. Nice play there by Lave to deny the blast. And here comes Hirsch again. Over to Chard. Chard, he takes a shot, goes right into the chest of Manel, and will hold on for a faceoff.
And a beautiful goal there. Once again by Hirsch, and again getting an assist is Eric Fassard, his first career Junior B point. Again, he plays for the London Junior Knights U16 AAA program. Being able to be called up in tonight's game and getting himself a point here. So congratulations to Eric on his first DOJHL point.
Absolutely, and the puck comes all the way down right to Carter Froggatt, and he hangs on. And we'll get a whistle. 5:43 remaining here in the first period. Shots 19-3 in favor of the Nationals. Score 3-0.
Yeah, the Nationals got to be happy so far with the effort in here tonight in this first period. They didn't exactly get off to the right foot last Wednesday against a top team in LaSalle, so a good effort here so far against this Welland team.
Puck blocked all the way down. Baldwin, he'll move it back up to the blue line. Held in, now shot on net. That gets tipped. Ends up going over the net. Elected down in the corner. Wood takes a big hit on the play. And the Junior Canadians are going to try to break it out. Just get it past Rogers. Now brought it down into the offensive zone. Shot on net. That one just goes wide. And Wood quickly jumps right on top of it. He's going to move it over. Rogers now, he brings it in. Rogers trying to get it over to Wood, and does. Wood throws it out front, nobody there for it. Kopchuk walks in, just hammers it on net, puts it just wide. Over to Carruthers, he'll just throw it softly down in the corner. Welland trying to pick it up again. Battle for three Canadians finally joined the fray. But the Nationals will come away with it. Kopchuk over to Gouvermont. Gouvermont, he'll flip it in. Austin Gouvermont, 2 goals on the night so far. Already on hat-trick watch, and we're not even done the first period. Puck comes out, pass gets intercepted. Great work by Kopchuk, gets it over to Aerosmith. Aerosmith's gonna just drive it over the blue line. Hard work, gets it out front. That's the very dangerous thing of watching Aerosmith play. He's a big kid, and if he can start using his body a little more aggressively, that's gonna prove some dangerous plays for his opponents.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And a guy with like Aerosmith having that big body, he's going to be able to continue to grow into it and generate the skill that he has.
Skelback, he'll get it and keep it in the offensive zone. Puck gets thrown down into the corner. Shot out front, big save again by Froggatt. And just comes out challenging and just does another great save.
Well, this is exactly the type of save you want to see from Froggatt. The puck is rimmed down low and then puts it into the high slot. No one around, and Froggatt comes way out of his blue paint. Able to grab that with the glove. The 4th save on the night so far for Froggatt. So far for him, even though it's 4 shots, he's had to make a couple of good saves so far.
Yeah, a couple decent shots from the Junior Canadians so far. They've managed to get, when they have had the shots on net, they've got them in those danger areas, in that home plate area. But Froggatt's done a great job standing up to the task. And just, you probably had to expect something like this coming tonight. You weren't going to see a lot of those shots coming your way. And so you just got to make the most and keep on top of the puck. Big shot from Skelback again. That one just slides wide this time. Played down low for Ryan. He gets pinned along the boards by Fisher. Nationals get the steal and will come away at the puck. Nice little bank off the wall. LePain can't quite get a hold of it. Sent right back into the National zone. Froggatt comes out to play it. A little bit of an air pass there by Fossler, but he still will be recovered by the Nationals and moved out. LePain brings it across the blue line. He's going to move down low, gets it below the red line. He's going to look for that outlet pass. Elects to put it back up to the blue line. Shot by Fisher. That one gets blocked. Another chance. Chipman throws it on. That gets tipped over the net. Nationals still maintain possession. Wraparound chance. Drive it on net, and the puck ends up somewhere. The ref is waving it off.
Yeah, as the net is actually off its moorings. And on that, again, just a hard wraparound again. LePain has this puck, feeds it over across, and here comes the attempted wraparound, and there's the push off there. The National celebrating that it's in the back of the net, but the referee right away signals with the net being off, so a face-off to the left of Stanley Manel. And Chard trying to make the argument that Manel pushed that one off on purpose. I don't think exactly he would do that, considering 3 goals have gone past him on 20 shots.
Milne, he'll bring it down low, puts it over to Chard. Chard, nice little touch pass to get it to Hirsch. Lave up front, Milne battling for his position around the net. Nationals still maintain the possession. Nice little play, goes right to the far corner by Lave. And the Junior Canadians will get a nice little touch on the play, and they'll send it down the length of the ice. They are going to wave off the icing on a really close play right at the red line. Nationals who do, however, collect the puck, and they're going to move it out. Logan Pace-Roth brings it across the blue line. Puts it out front. That one just a little too far ahead of Nolan Milne. Milne with the backhand pass gets over to Hirsch. Hirsch, he takes a hit down in the corner. Milne throws a hit to follow it up. Puck comes right back out to Hirsch. Hirsch passes it over, walks in, tries to take a shot by Pace-Roth, but fans on it. A few big hits being thrown here by the Junior Canadians. Puck comes up, and it goes off the linesman and will cause an offside. So we'll reset just outside of the Canadian zone.
Yeah, and again with Manel getting to start their usual starting goaltender, Ethan Labe is not dressed in tonight's game. They have Shane Loran dressed as the backup, and in case we need an emergency backup goaltender, I know one. There's one in our truck. Scott Navarro, our producer, he says he's going to be ready to go into the game in case we need it.
Played right out front, trying to get the shot on net. I don't know. I don't know if I can trust Scotty in net.
I do. I played against him, and unfortunately he has gotten a couple of wins against my team, so certainly no doubt in my mind that he can go into this game if they need to be.
Play comes out, back behind the net. Rogers holds on to it. Moves up front, trying to get it on. Nice second chance effort by Rogers. Keeps the puck in the zone. The Junior Canadians do clear, however, as the bouncing puck comes all the way to Carter Froggett. And that'll be picked up and moved out by Frossett. Gets his pocket picked again, walking in, takes a shot, right up high by Froggett. He makes a save again. As the Junior Canadians get a couple more chances here in the dying seconds here of the first.
Yeah, just good puck movement again, putting it into that home plate area like you mentioned, Colin. And for that one, Froggett, bit of a funny bounce on him. It goes off his blocker, lands right down in front of him, easily able to get the glove on it. 7 shots on the net for Froggett. You wouldn't say he's had the easiest appearance, considering the fact that basically all 7 shots have been golden scoring opportunities.
And Nationals try to get it over the zone, but can't quite get it going. As we wind down our first period of action, it is brought to you, as always, by Great White Wealth Management. The Nationals 20 shots here on the first period. That is the highest volume we've seen by this team in a single period so far this season. And comes with a 3-0 lead to boot. Puck comes up. Another shot from distance. That gets blocked. Nationals doing a great job getting in the shooting lanes. Have to have over 10 block shots here in the first. Tip play comes out, gets up to Aerosmith. Aerosmith's got 10 seconds left, holds onto it. Passing play, bouncing puck, right out front again, and scores! The follow-up play by Logan Pace-Roth, and the Nationals take a 4-0 lead.
Well, and this play all starts again from the Nationals' own end, and a chip out here again, and Pace-Roth able to get on the board. Watch this play. This goes off the glass, and it lands right onto the stick of Aerosmith, and he's already been dangerous in here tonight. Feeds this one over. It ends up playing off the pad, and then Logan Pace-Roth able to step in, go right into the slot and bury that one. The 4th goal of the period. 22nd shot for the Nationals here to close out period number 1.
Logan Pace-Roth, his first goal of the season. And not the start that the Welland Jr. Canadians want to have coming in here to London. But on the other hand, London light the lamp 4 times on 22 shots and start out the action strong with a 4-0 lead heading into the first intermission. You are watching Archon Aggregates Nationals Hockey here on Rogers TV.
This program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Game TV's Watch and Win contest is back with over $75,000 in cash prizes. Tune in to Jeopardy weeknights at 8:30. Spot the code word, then head over to GameTVContests.com to enter. With a new code word every weeknight, that's 35 chances to enter. Don't just watch the winners, be a winner with Game TV's Watch and Win contest. Contest runs October 16th to December 1st. Visit GameTVContests.com for more info.
I'm Nicole Martin, the proud ambassador for the Comfort Bear program. Comfort Bears provide these cuddly bears to local children who are terminally ill, facing trauma, or battling a serious illness. Every $20 donation will place a Comfort Bear into the loving arms of a child involved in our program. It is our hope to distribute 1,000 bears in 2022. Please join us and provide comfort to kids in their time of need.
I'd like to welcome Will LePage into the broadcast tonight. You are the captain of the Welland Jr. Canadians. Let me just ask you something here. You have over 100 career games here in this league. What is something that you've carried with you throughout your time and now as a player and now as a captain this season?
Oh, it's a tough one. You know, just being around the boys and, you know, just cherishing every moment because, you know, hockey only lasts so long, so you just got to cherish every moment and just keep going forward.
Being the captain of this group, what do you foresee for yourself this season? Sorry.
This season, like myself personally, you know, just it's my last year. I'm just hopeful to get a few points up and grab a few more wins this season and you know, stay positive.
What's the strategy in bouncing back here? It's obviously been a tough first one. How you bounce back in the second frame here?
Yeah, well, you know, there's a good organization over there. We just got to keep testing their goalie, get pucks deep, and just continue to play hard.
Thank you so much. You're watching Archon Aggregates London Nationals Hockey on Rogers TV. We will be right back after this.
Welcome to the traditional, ancestral, unceded territory of the Stalo people. The Stalo are people of the river. I'm so thankful for the courage and resiliency of our ancestors who lived on this land since time immemorial. Each of us have gifts from the Creator, and our Creator has a plan and purpose to be fulfilled in our territory. As we embrace our traditional teachings, we can lead the next generation into the fullness of what our Creator designed. Our shared history reveals a broken relationship, but as all Canadians commit to hear truth, acknowledge injustice, we can learn to walk in our traditional way, Letsamot, with a good heart and a good mind. Then all of our lives will be enriched. Kwasai.
I can't thank people enough for donating to the Warriors.
If I could, I'd give every single donor a big hug because things that they've allowed these kids to do are amazing.
It gives them the opportunity to experience life as everyone else would.
They can do so much. They can play musical instruments, snowboarding, play hockey, kayak, swim. There's no doors being closed to them, and I find that amazing.
It's affected my family in a way that we may never be able to thank you.
You can help keep kids warm and cozy this winter with Rogers TV Warm and Woolly Drive in partnership with the Boys and Girls Club of London. On Friday, November 10th, we invite you to bring new toques, mitts, scarves, gloves, and warm socks to the London Knights game. Volunteers will be collecting donations at each gate. Let's fill those bins to keep kids warm this winter. Back here at the Western Fair Sports Center, 4-0 is your score in a dominant first period here by the London Nationals. Case in part to just the offense just clicking on all cylinders to start this game.
Yeah, and again, with the Nationals coming out here, we talked about how they wanted to get off with a good start, and Gourmont does just that, scoring himself 2 goals in a matter of minutes. That first one, he just gets a rip. Aerosmith feeds it over, then a second one, Aerosmith shoots it, and then it lands right back onto the stick of Gourmont. He taps that one in for the second goal, and then Lucas Chard feeds it over to Hirsch. And we talked about Hirsch so far, basically scoring a lot of his goals here at the Western Fair Sports Center, being able to get that one from the back of the net. And again, Logan Paceroff able to find the loose change for the goal number 4 of the period. Again, 22 shots compared to the Junior Canadians 7. And Aerosmith having I'd say a pretty quiet night. 3 points, 3 assists for him. And again, we talked about that 22 shot margin. We haven't seen the Nationals get that many shots on net so far. And again, with that being well into the bottom of the Golden Horseshoe Conference, when you're seeing the upper echelon of teams, it's been very tight. Shots have been at the advantage. So far through 20 minutes, London putting their foot all over Welland so far.
Absolutely, and it's been a tough break here for Stanley Monell so far. He's seen a lot of pucks come his way, and the Nationals just doing everything they can to keep that rubber coming his way. But other than the 2 really big goals they scored, he's done pretty solid keeping the puck out of the net.
And a lot of these shooting opportunities from the Nationals have been well maintained there again by Monell, able to keep his team in it, even though, yes, they're down by 4. A lot of the chances that have been generated by London, Monell's been able to actually stop and prevent. And when you're busy like that, at the end of the day, your goal is just to stop the puck. And that's what he's objectively trying to do here in this game. Already being down 4, he wants to try to put an end to the goals being put in the back of the net. So expect better from Manel, even though he's done really well so far in here.
Absolutely. I think one of the other players who I want to highlight here from this game, from the national side of things, we saw a lot of stuff from Aerosmith so far in this game using his size to his advantage, but Austin Guvermont is the other guy who has done a lot using his size to his advantage himself and has just found the net twice here, including this one. Just absolute beautiful goal, and then not even 10 seconds later, right place, right time, and just finds himself in front of the net. That's not the goal.
Yeah, you mentioned it during the first period, how if we can see more shots like he had on that first goal, he's going to easily score 20 goals in this league. The shot, with that type of shot, when it's that hard, elevated like that, that is a shot that not only Manel, but any goaltender in the GOJHL cannot stop. When it's a hard rising shot like that one, that's easily 20 goals if you can keep producing that type of shot.
Now, I think the one tricky thing here for the Nationals as we get set here for our second period of action is you got the big lead. You got the big performance in that first period, but you can't let up. You got to keep this going if you want to try to come away with the 2 points here. It doesn't matter who your opponent is. They can still catch you off if you start slacking.
Yeah, and that's the thing when you have a team like Welland only having 2 wins on the campaign, is sometimes you'll see these higher up teams like London, like a LaSalle, maybe start to take their foot off the gas a little bit, and that's not what you want to do. You want to keep putting the puck in the back of the net. You want to pummel this team when you have the opportunity to and generate as much offense as you can, because down the road, when you're playing in those late meaningful games, this type of game is a game that you needed to have the 2 points in the back of the pocket. So certainly a team for the Nationals able to try to capitalize on here tonight, up 4 and looking to score more goals in the second period.
Absolutely. 2 points are much easier to come across in the early parts of the season than they are in the later parts of the season. That being said, we will be right back with our second period of action here on Arca Niagara's Nationals Hockey on Rogers TV.
So I've been a volunteer with Rogers for roughly 5 years, going on 6 years now. As a volunteer, I've learned how to properly manage with certain situations, how to, even as simple as cable wrap, how to use higher end cameras, how to fix little problems that most people wouldn't know how to do. I've learned how to do audio for live events. My advice is just try it. If you like it, continue. If you don't, tell them and they'll work something out. But I've found I really enjoyed Rogers. It's everyone here is great. My producers are wonderful. They accommodate all my disabilities, so no matter what disability you have, you're accommodated quite well. Overall, it's just a really great place to be. I'm happy here.
It's closing time, and you stayed out longer than you planned. So now you can't drive, and the buses have stopped running. You could always call your girlfriend. Or maybe your roommate? What about your best friend? You could just dial 1-888-TAXI-GUY or use the Taxi Guy app. The call and the app are free, and they both connect you to a local cab company to bring you home safely. Visit arrivealive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive, drive sober.
Watch, play, and win every Monday night at 8 p.m. with Optimus TV Bingo on Rogers TV. Cards are available at multiple London locations that are good for all 3 games. Weekly jackpots total $3,000. Back here at the Western Fair Sports Center as we get set, we take a look at our next contest, which will be this time 7 p.m. online and then 10 p.m. here on Rogers TV as the Nationals take on the strong Strathroy Rockets in once again another battle for first place as things repeat themselves. Good hopes for the Nationals if they've had the Rockets number all season long.
Yeah, you've talked about basically that death triangle where the Nationals can't seem to beat the LaSalle Vipers. The Vipers can't seem to beat the Strathroy Rockets, and the Rockets can't seem to beat the Nationals. So you're seeing these 3 teams at the top of the Western Conference not exactly having each other's numbers. So with Strathroy coming back into the Western Fair Sports Center here next Wednesday night, another battle for first place. We had it last week with LaSalle. Strathroy in town next week, so certainly another exciting game for coming up.
And if things continued along that trend, that makes that first place spot ever more important, because that means you won't have to play one of those teams. And if you end up in that second or third place, you're going to have to play both of them most likely. So it's going to be a tough climb for whoever finishes outside of that first place spot here in the Western Conference.
Yeah, and again, and then for the Golden Horseshoe Conference, they only have 7 teams in their side. So the number 1 seed over there currently being Caledonia, they would get a first round bye with only having the 7 teams. And then the Western Conference with having 8 teams, everybody makes it in. So for the Nationals, again, that first place spot, oh so important. And we're going to see that battle continue to happen throughout this game here tonight against Welland, all the way through the end of the regular season.
The Nationals have not finished first place in the Western Conference in quite a few years now. Ends up finishing second behind the Leamington Flyers for the last few seasons, but no, as we've mentioned multiple times throughout the season, no Leamington this year in the Western Conference, not even in the Rio JHL. So it makes that even more opportunistic for this team to jump on that opportunity and roll with it. You can see there Logan Pace-Roth, a man who was on this team last year, proving his veteran presence, a big asset, picking up his first goal of the season tonight. Is just finding a way to jump in the offense whenever he can. We saw him play a lot of forward last year in the second half of the season, so continues to be one of the more versatile players on the team.
Yeah, Logan's done one heck of a job. I would say he would be the team MVP from last season, being able to step up, go play into a forward role last season, and then this year going back to his natural defensive position. And on his goal, he just found the space and timing, no one in the slot. He's able to get on it and record the 4th national goal, and we're looking for more here in period number 2.
Second period starts as Welland comes right off the hop and gets an initial shot on net. Froggatt tips it aside. Puck comes out, pass intended for the point. Trying to get it up, but he just gets tipped, and that'll go down the length of the ice. Kept in by Chipman. Chipman tries to throw it down low. Has LePayne going to the front of the net. Puck does come out in the neutral ice. Lave throws a lead pass. Can't hit its target. Puck comes out again. Stolen now. Coates still picking it up. Skillback. He gets that lead pass. Coates again. He gets it across the blue line. Trying to get it up, trying to get the clean shot, but can't find the opening play position. Here come the Nationals again. Partial 4-on-2 now. Trying to get the pass down by Pace-Roth. Had 2 guys going in front of the net, but ends up getting tipped off a skate into the corner. Puck gets corralled again. Nationals get the steal. Palmer throws it behind the net. Colton Chipman just takes his man down to the ice. Puck does get cleaned up and brought back out. Brothers, he'll bring it up right to the blue line. Nice little move, gets around his man, takes a shot, hits Froggatt up high. And brought back over to Hirsch. Hirsch just gets stopped right up at the red line. And the Junior Canadians will dump it back in the offensive zone. Ruland, drop pass for Kopchuk. Cross ice pass, that goes a little too far ahead of its target. And we'll go all the way down the ice for an icing, so we'll come back to the Nationals up.
Well, the first scoring chance here in period number 2 belongs to Welland. And again, they're just wanting to throw pucks towards the net. And Taylor's interview with Captain Will LePage, he talked about how this team wants to just throw a bunch of rubber towards Carter Froggatt, and they do just that. They're on that chance, and Froggatt able to make the stop, and then London goes on the breakout. So first good scoring opportunity goes to Welland. That's another plus for them so far in this game.
Ruland, beautiful long pass, gets right up to Hirsch. Hirsch, little spin move, tries to throw it down low. Gets some help from Chard. Chard on his knees, trying to get the puck back to Hirsch. As he gets stopped up. Puck comes up to the blue line and clears the zone. Nice little breakout play. And here comes well, and they get it up to the blue line, quickly turned around by Reed. Chard again with the puck. Nice little move. Gets himself out of their own zone. Crossing the blue line. He just walks in over to Hirsch. Hirsch takes a shot. And that goes off the shoulder of Manel and into the netting.
And a nice little in and out move there by Lucas Chard at the blue line. As again, he was generating some speed and then drops it off to Hirsch right at the face-off circle, and a good shoulder pad save there made by Manel to get it up and out of play. Shots 22-9 here, just 2.5 in to the second period.
Face-off won by the Nationals. Hold the puck, takes a hit down in the corner by Fisher. Mander, nice lead pass, gets up to its target, and Alexander can't quite hold on to it. Puck quickly picked up now by Frossard, and he'll move it up the ice. Over to Atlee Rogers. Rogers stops, gives that back to Frossard. Frossard back out front, nice pass. Intended for Nolan Baldwin. Baldwin, he takes a hit. Puck comes into the far corner. Rogers gets with it. He gets taken down to the ice. Puck comes out in the neutral zone. Frossard will pick it up. He sets the situation. Nice lead pass, gets it up to Wood. Wood, lead pass for Baldwin. Baldwin wasn't quite ready for it. So it's a little too far ahead of him. And Ryan will try to clear the zone. Stopped by Fisher. Big hit thrown right at the red line by Ecker as he takes Aerosmith down to the ice hard. Shot on net, that gets blocked again. Here comes Aerosmith. Lead pass up to LeBlanc. LeBlanc across the blue line. He's waiting, looking for that open pass. Gets a shot on net, just misses wide. Kept in the blue line by Pace Roth. His pass cross ice, a little too much, and goes out. Pace Roth keeps with the puck. Gets up to Aerosmith, who deflects it into the neutral zone. Puck brought back in again, across the blue line. Lave collects it. Sends it behind the net for Logan Paceroff. Back to Lave. 5 minutes gone, just under 5 minutes gone here in the second period. Still 4-0 is your score in favor of the Nationals, who have actually not registered a shot here in the second period. Guvermont catches it up in his body, puts it out front. Bouncing puck, just can't stay down enough. As Chipman just waiting for it in front of the net. And bouncing puck gets tipped off a linesman into the Nationals bench. So we'll face off in the neutral ice.
Man, I'll take a look at this hit thrown there as Aerosmith goes down to the ground. Good contact made there by Lucas Eckers. He's able to lower the boom onto Aerosmith. Aerosmith did not see Ecker coming, so again, face-off coming just outside the Nationals' blue line in front of the Welland bench. As there's a bit of an equipment issue there for him now as he's just trying to fix his left pad. Now again, with the goalies having these equipment issues, sometimes the referee will tell him he sometimes has to go off the ice to make that change, but he's going to allow him to make that a quick adjustment, and then we're going to be ready to go.
The benefit with the bare straps and the Velcro pads, much easier to do those quick adjustments. As Manel's back and set, we'll have a face-off just in front of the Welland bench. Face-off won by Welland, but quickly jumped on by the Nationals again. Play out front. Palmer takes a shot, but that gets blocked on his way to the net. And here comes Carruthers again, back across the blue. Nice little move, makes a shot inside. Froggatt has to make another tough save. Ryan tries to keep it in. That gets blocked, sent back out in the neutral ice. Shipman. Touch pass, can't quite hit its target. Welland will just throw it right on net again. Froggatt plays it, puts it up the wall. These little one-handed passes by the Nationals are just enough to keep it in. Palmer tries to get a backhand down low, but that gets turned around quickly. Sent down in the corner. Three junior Canadians, only one National, but the National do clear the zone. Picked up by Hirsch. Hirsch on the near side. He'll just throw it down into the corner. Nationals try to put it back out front. Chard's pass gets blocked. Kept it at the blue line. Nationals still trying to find it. Frossard gets it down to Hirsch. Hirsch. Touch pass over to Chard, over to Milne. Milne takes a shot right on net. Another tough save by Manel. Frossard keeps it in, puts it out front, just gets tipped in front of Hirsch, who's standing right in front of the net. It was a great read by LePage. Cross-ice pass to Hirsch. Hirsch right back out front. Chard can't quite handle as he bobbles it at the last second. Puck bouncing, comes right back into the neutral ice. Milne throws it in the middle. Chard, he's just going to walk in. Chard walks in, takes a shot. Another save by Maynard. Reed, he takes a hit from Fisher. Puck gets moved down. Picked up now, brought back up the wall. Hirsch, nice little touch pass, gets over to Chard. Chard waits. He takes a hit, stays with it though. Chard down on his knees, puts it on net, and just goes wide. Junior Canadians do clear the zone. Nationals ball getting just bounced around right in front of their own net. As the puck comes back in the offensive zone, quickly kicked aside by Paceroff. Now picked up by Aerosmith. He's got LeBlanc with him. Aerosmith down in the corner. Reads the play, puts it right to Guberman in the slot. Bouncing puck couldn't be handled. Found again by Aerosmith down in the corner. He puts it out front, just out of the reach of LeBlanc. Paceroff, he comes in. Waits, puts it on net. That one goes off the inside of a skate. And we're seeing another penalty coming here to the Nationals. It looks like it's going to be another high sticking call, this time to Aerosmith. So the Welland Jr. Canadians get their second power play of the night.
Yeah, and again, going back to these chances, here's Carruthers, just a little inside-out move, and the blocker save, and then down to the other end, the Nationals come in. Chard tries to find an opening there, as again, Manel able to come up big on that play, aggressive in his crease. No real opening space there for Lucas Chard to try to find the back of the net. And then on the high sticking play, Aerosmith just right at the inside the offensive zone, just puts the stick into a spot you don't want to have it. And now the second power play of the game here for Welland.
And the puck gets sent down the length of the ice. The Nationals did it clear early on this power play. Back in the offensive zone, Froggett comes out to play it. He's just going to send it down, gets bounced off somebody, and just finds its way into the Welland zone.
Whatever works if you're the goaltender.
Absolutely, you can't complain as long as the puck gets out. LePage puts it up to Ryan. Ryan waits. Now he brings it across the blue line into the offensive zone. Trying to find that pass. Welland finally getting a setup here on their power play. First time they've had some meaningful possession time. Puck sent back up to the blue line. Back down low again. Ryan's pass gets to LePage at the blue line. Puck sent back down again. Pelpakis. Back up to Ryan. Ryan, he takes a shot, finds its way through traffic, and goes right into the glove of Carter Front.
A pretty routine save there. Not much traffic in front of him on that sequence, as Welland does a good job of just moving the puck around on that sequence. And when you're on the power play, it's important to move the puck around, but also you want to get shots generated as well, as we're seeing more in today's game where when you get onto the power play, it's more about finding that golden scoring spot.
A shot from distance. That one finds its way and just catches high up on Froggett and keeps it out. Wood battling for the puck down in the corner. He puts up to Palmer. Palmer stays with it enough to get it out. And he's going to circle it back to his defense. Now passes up to Wood. Wood, nice little move. He's going to make his way into the offensive zone. Just waiting and killing off more clock. 20 seconds left in the penalty to Aerosmith. Puck banked off the wall. Up to Wood. Wood, great job moving it in. Wood's going to carry it down into the middle of the ice. Nice little pass over. Walks in, takes a shot by Frossard. And that one just goes wide. Now clear the length of the ice. But that will do it for the penalty as the Nationals penalty kill goes 2 for 2. Aerosmith comes out of the box, finds the puck, ends up getting tipped off his stick quickly, but finds it right back. Cotes, he brings it in across the blue line, down in the corner, he dumps it as the Junior Canadians go off for a change. Puck gets picked up, Chard. Lead pass for Chipman. Chipman, cross-ice pass, goes right off the knee of LePayne and down and behind the net. Puck comes out, collected nice and easily by Pace Roth. He tries to move it up to Lave, just out of his reach. Chard again, still trying to move the puck. As the Nationals get stalled up right inside their own zone. Lave, he takes a hit right behind the net. Ryan applying a lot of pressure down low. Lave finally gets some opening and moves it out. Up to LePayne. LePayne crosses the blue line, but just offside. And we'll have to reset just outside of the Welland zone.
Yeah, Chipman a good 3-4 strides in over the blue line on that play, trying to maybe catch the linesman napping a little bit on that play, as the Nationals are starting to try to open up the ice a little bit. Here, up 4, they're opening the ice. They're having their wingers be up along the boards, trying to open up this ice here, already up 4.
Face-off won by Welland. They'll try to move it up. Bounce pass goes off a stanchion and gets stalled up as the Nationals send it right back down and goes to Welland in the junior Canadian zone. Puck gets picked up, crossing the blue line, trying to drive down low. Mattery, but can't quite do anything with it. Hirsch, he'll find it. Lead pass, gets up to Chard, a little too hard on the pass. He picked up behind the net. And junior Canadians try to move it out. Welland clears it back at the wall. Pace Roth keeps it in the zone. Over to Milne. Milne back down low, takes a shot. That one just goes over the net. And the puck's going to come all the way down into the National zone. Froggatt comes out to play it, and he's going to rim it hard around the boards. Bounce over the stick of Rulin, but he sticks with it, and he's going to bring it for a skate up the left wing side. Rulin just dodges 2 skaters and keeps the puck down low. Puck right back out front, just out of the reach of Hirsch. And Welland will clear the zone again. LePage, he's just going to flip it right on net, and Froggatt's going to hold on and waits for the whistle.
A bit of an interesting play there from Froggatt there, as he did glove it down, but then he kind of wanted to almost play that puck, as again, we'll see it here, the puck just gets flipped up into the air, does the right thing, goes down to make the save, and then notice he has the glove, and then he opens it up. He's looking for a pass option, but then sees there's too many junior Canadians around, and he makes the stop and gets a whistle. But just a little bit of a smart play there by Froggatt, knowing where the space is and knowing where the opposing players are, not to basically stop play, try to kill clock.
Puck will come up, it's picked up, goes off the boards. Gouvermont can't quite find it, but it does get picked up by LeBlanc. LeBlanc, nice little move, works his way in, tries to go between the legs, and just can't connect on the shot. Aerosmith, he picks it up. Throws it cross ice, gets over to Fisher. Fisher, nice little move, he's going to dipsy doodle down low, puts it out front, try to get a rebound as Aerosmith. Puck keeps in the zone again. Back to Aerosmith. He just trying to drive with it down low. Blocked up in the corner. Aerosmith driving at it right along the side of the net, but held on to by Manel.
And again, just scoring chances plenty here in these last few minutes here, as again, LeBlanc just comes in a little tipsy too, and then tries to hot dog it with the in between the legs move. When you're in tight like that, I would have preferred for him to maybe try to go to the backhand to roof it, but opts to go between the legs. Unfortunately, not able to get the stick on the puck in that sequence. Shots now 27-14. As again, the Nationals have made a bit of an adjustment here, up 4.
So overall shots here are 7-5 in favor of Welland here in the second period. As the puck comes down, picked up by Fisher. He's going to try to skate, make a little move. He takes a hit right at the blue line. And the puck be picked up by Ryan as he brings it across the blue line. Tries to drive right in front of the net. Stolen again by Fisher. Fisher, big head of speed. He's going to bring it down the left wing side. Puts it on net. That one just skirts wide. Wood comes down. He takes a hit. Bouncing puck picked out of midair by Baldwin. Baldwin stays with it. Waits. Nice little touch pass to the side of the net. Puts it on net again. Save this time by Welland. Wood Throws it back down low. Cross-ice pass attempted. That gets blocked. Frossard, he blows a tire right below the circle. Put back up. Pace Roth, he takes a shot. Another save by Manel. Pace Roth, nice little move. Keeps with it at the blue line. Put it on net again. This time tipped aside. Goes off the side of the post. And that's going to clear the length of the ice as Froggatt comes out to play it once again. Pace Roth brings it up. Nice pass over to Palmer. Palmer streaks right down the middle. Makes a move. Puts it right off the toe of Manel. And here come the Junior Canadians again. Bringing it into the offensive zone. Maurice brings the lead pass down low. Gets hit rail on the boards. Puck gets pinned. Maurice is going to come away with it. Puck just skirts all the way right up to the half wall. Battle for the puck continues. Another big shot. That one had a shot, saw daylight top corner, but ends up deflecting off his own teammate. Comes up to the blue line. Big steal, 2-on-1 now. LePain and Chipman. Over to Chipman. Chipman back to LePain. Can't quite handle the pass. Back out front. Palmer can't get a hold of it. Nationals get chance after chance, but can't convert here in the second. Ruland gets it up to Palmer. Palmer over to LePain. LePain overskates the puck, gets it back. Ruland, he takes a shot. That goes off a leg. Puck gets rimmed around the boards, picked up by Ruland again. Chipman, he gets knocked over. And here comes Cotes. He'll bring it down across the blue line. Diving play by Kopchuk. Denies Cotes anything going with the play. Stolen again. Here comes Chard. He's got Hirsch and Milne with him. Chard just gets powered the puck. And it gets flipped up into the neutral ice. Kopchuk moves it back up into the offensive zone. And Welland will clear the puck, comes out of the play. The puck goes right through the crease on the play by Carter Froggatt. A little more angle on that. That almost got right into his own net.
Carter Froggatt was playing dangerous there. Comes way out of his net, but again, just a dangerous chance. And we're going to take a look here at the play by Froggatt again, coming through and just whoop, that is like inches from the goal line. Just, I get the fact that you have a defender on you. Go behind the net, why don't you? Just decides nope, decides to throw this one out in the slot. And again, another equipment issue here for Manel. This is his second stoppage here. Now the pad's completely come off.
Same pad too.
So at this point now and apparently his skate got loose a little bit as it's untied, as he's having to retie his skate. But again, going back to Froggatt, in goaltending school and defensive school, the one thing you're taught is to never throw it right back never throw it in front of your own net. And it's especially worse when you're the goaltender and you're almost 10, 15 feet away from your own goal. He got lucky that there was no one near to get that play. And so now, again, with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go here, we're still waiting for Manel to get his pad back adjusted. At 29-16 the shots.
A much more tame second period here for the London Nationals. Feels like they did take their foot off the gas a little bit here in the second, as Welland's got a little more jump to them here as well, but not enough to get anything past Carter Froggatt thus far. Face off here, puck finally drops as Welland gets the face off. Lynch, quick shot on net. Froggatt has to make a tough save. And the puck goes all the way down the length of the ice. Milne can't quite beat it out. Puck gets found and Hirsch can't quite grab it. Turn over to Chard. Chard brings it up into the offensive zone. Quickly gets turned over and brought back out. Across the blue line, drops in, goes right on net by Timmins, and then be held on to by Froggatt.
Yeah, you mentioned, Kyle, how Welland so far in this second period has had a little bit more jump than the Nationals had. Yes, the Nationals have had more of the danger scoring chances, but Welland's gotten their feet moving here in the second period, and they're forcing the Nationals to make these long stretch passes, which is resulting in back and forth play.
And the puck comes out, will get brought right up to the boards. Here comes Aerosmith. Aerosmith, nice little move. He's going to move it down low, puts it behind the net. Holding on to the puck, trying to bring it out as there is Gouvermont. Ends up losing it in his feet and then turned over. Stolen again by Gouvermont, now brought up. Here comes LeBlanc. LeBlanc one-on-one. He tries to make a move down low, just tries to get the toe drag, but the defender in LePage doesn't bite on it. LeBlanc again keeps with it, loses it in his feet, however, and the puck will get cleared down the length of the ice, but not enough for an icing. Lave, he tries to move it up, stays with it, and then can't quite connect on the pass up to Gouvermont. Nice little tip play, just bounces into the offensive zone. Picked up now by Pace Roth. He sends it behind the net. Over to Lave. Back up to Gouvermont. Gouvermont loses in his skit. Brought back up, stolen now. Well, doing a great job getting some active sticks going in the neutral ice, but haven't been able to do anything once they get a hold of that puck. Minute 42 remaining here in the second period. Still 4-0 is your score in favor of the Nationals. As we are still trying to find, the Welland still trying to find a reason to get a puck behind Carter Froggatt. Face-off won by the Nationals. They'll rim the puck around. Picked up by Atlee Rogers on the near side. He banks it off the wall, gets it up, brought across the blue line by Baldwin. He gets toppled down to the ice. Holding on, Baldwin, nice clear cross-ice pass, gets it over to Kovchuk, who takes a shot. Baldwin now to Rulin. Rulin takes a shot, nice kick save again by Manel. Puck stays out. Atlee Rogers, he takes a big hit. Puck goes brought down, picked up now by Wood. Wood, he's gonna put it right over behind the net to Rogers. Rogers puts it right off the crossbar. Beautiful play there by Rogers. Puck gets tipped up, Wood stays with it. Wood puts it on net at a sharp angle, hits up high. Right out front, right in the feet of Baldwin, and we're gonna see a penalty coming here for the first time to Welland, right at the last minute of play here in the second.
Yeah, just crazy sequence out in front, but we're gonna take a look at that scoring chance there by Atlee Rogers. As again, Wood centers this down low, and then Rogers trying to go up above. He hits the middle of the crossbar, and then it ends up being wrapped around and into the feet of Baldwin, and he just gets buried down low, and going into the box is gonna be Dustin Laffer going there for him, and that he's gonna get interference on that play. As again, Laffer is gonna go to the first power play of the game. London currently with the 7th power play in the Western Conference, something I know that they want to improve on.
Face-off won by the Nationals, gets over to Palmer. Get a goal here in the last minute here, does a lot for the National momentum and their confidence on this power play. Fisher waits. Back over to Palmer. Palmer throws it down low. Back out front, tries to jam away with it, but can't quite connect on the puck. Puck gets picked up, and that will be cleared to the length of the ice. Nationals with the second worst power play in the Western Conference, and Welland the worst penalty kill in the Golden Horseshoe. Palmer holds on to it. He's going to skate around, takes a shot on net, rebound out front, jamming away at it as the Nationals just try to pot it behind the net. And finally the buzzer goes, and it stays out as Manel just keeps with it. As the Nationals will take their 4-0 lead into second intermission. A lot of pucks going both ways, but no more going on the score sheet. So we are at a 4-0 marker here as we get set for our second intermission here on Archon Aggregates Nationals Hockey on Rogers TV.
Send them home! Get rid of them! Gentlemen, please. And so, this organ, which I regret I cannot name because of the presence of these members of the weaker sex, who, although they are married, could not possibly endure... Get them out.
Patience, Ginny.
Patience. Get them out! Dr. McFarland! Mrs. Trout.
There's no place for women in a medical school.
Get them out!
If you do not bring this classroom under control, I am going to repeat every word of this disgusting lecture to your charming wife.
My friend Jenny Trout was not the only woman to face this kind of thing in medical school. But she would become the first woman licensed to practice medicine in Canada.
It'd be a tragedy if we were losing one person to drug overdose every day. 5, 7, or 12 people, that would be unimaginable. But in Canada, we lose 20 people to overdose every single day. That's a crisis. Donate to help CAMH face addiction head on.
Join with me here as London Nationals forward Jeremy Hirsch. You've had quite an incredible start this season, but let's take it back to last season. You were playing in the OJHL. What's that transition been like now that you're in the Goj?
Yeah, we started off the season pretty well. Moving over, a new group of guys. Coach Mike helped me fit in really well right away. And, we got started pretty hot, and now, it's worked out really well, and we just managed to see ourselves in first place, so hopefully we can keep that going.
You've had, like I said, early success so far this season. What have you been doing on and off the ice to get these results?
Practice is obviously very important, and we've been working hard, putting in work every day, trying to get better, and lucky for us, that's been working out really well, and that's sort of how we managed to come to success this season so far.
And finally, how are you going to hold your lead going into the next period here?
We're going to continue to get pucks deep, keep getting shots on net. We've been doing that well so far, so we continue to do that. Hopefully we can get this win and keep it going.
And just one more, what are your overall thoughts on the performance of this team so far in this game and what you've seen in this season?
We're in first, we're tied for first, so doing something right for sure. And this game, we're off to an early lead, and that's always important. So add another win to the win column, hopefully, and keep it going for the rest of the season.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Best of luck tonight. You're watching Archon Aggregates London Nationals Hockey on Rogers TV. We will be right back after this.
I'm just finishing up my 5th year volunteering here with Rogers TV. I've learned all aspects of how to put on a TV show, both in front of the camera and behind, and working with some great volunteers, learning how we do everything in front and behind the camera. To me, being a volunteer is helping giving back to the community and making sure that we put on a quality program for our viewers to watch and being out there and making sure it's done properly. Just get out and volunteer. You'll have a great time. You meet a lot of great people, and you'll really enjoy it. And surprisingly enough, you'll get recognized out in the community for your volunteer work. There's not a day goes by or a week goes by that I don't find somebody who says, hey, I recognize you from doing this show or that show. So get out and volunteer. You'll have a great time doing it. And we're always looking for great volunteers, so don't be afraid to get out and help.
Hi, can I take your order? Hello?
Oh, hey. Wait, what was the question?
Let me guess. One driving high combo, extra baked?
No. Could I get a burger with a side of fries?
Think you're a better driver when you're high? Think again. Smoking weed affects reaction time and concentration. A message from Mad Canada.
Game Day London takes readers behind the scenes and beyond the box score, offering news, analysis, long form, and interviews, all produced by local journalists. Catch the coverage at GameDayLondon.com. After 40 minutes of play, the London Nationals still hold a 4-0 lead here over the Welland Jr. Canadians in what seemed to be a very sloppy second period, I think. A lot of just both teams getting the puck in that middle neutral ice and then losing it. Shots there, you can see 11-10 there in the second after the Nationals just pummeled Welland in that first period, 22-7. So a lot of stuff going right for the Nationals, but a lot of stuff not going right for them. I think the big thing for the Nationals as well that didn't go right from the second period was just the finishing. A lot of great A goal scoring chances, but just couldn't finish on the plays.
Yeah, and you saw a few adjustments from both sides. The Nationals were starting to stretch the puck out a little more, trying to open up the ice, using the Olympic-sized ice surface to their advantage. And then for the Welland Jr. Canadians, that was probably the best period that we've seen them obviously play, being the first time we've seen them in this building since in the regular season, since almost 2013-14. But besides that, that's a winning period there for Welland, keeping the London Nationals to 0 goals that period. And both teams traded those scoring opportunities, but again, not being able to have that finish, Kyle, like you mentioned. A lot of play in the neutral zone, trying a lot of sticks being lifted, a lot of pushing off, trying to gain possession of the puck. And in that second period, Welland just moved their feet. They stayed with the Nationals for the entire 20 minutes. And again, with it being 4-0, Welland's going to continue to make that push heading into period number 3. And the big difference maker as well, at least for keeping the score stable, what it was. Standing Manel really doing a great job just standing on his head in that second period and doing everything he could to keep the puck out. Yeah, Manel again being the busier of the two goaltenders so far in this contest. Again, just being able to battle. He battles through every single puck battle that he can win. And really out of the 4 goals, you can't really blame him for it because, again, there was no real defensive coverage in front of him. So he's had a good, solid performance in here tonight, even though he's allowed those 4 goals. Absolutely. And it's just a tough night for any goaltender coming in here. Their team's struggling to get anything done offensively, and they give up a lot of shots in their own zone, so you got your work cut out for them. On the other hand, Carter Froggatt hasn't seen a ton of pieces of rubber coming his way, but has done a good job standing tall and keeping in front of them. Yeah, Froggatt's been very aggressive tonight so far in the game, where he's just been able to get to the top of the blue paint and make the saves necessary that he needs. Again, a lot of the action that he's been getting has been from the high slot, from the point areas, and he's been very aggressive. Again, in Taylor's interview with the director of goaltending development, Rod Wisco, the newly acquired Wisco, he talked about how he wanted to see his goaltenders continue to develop, and that's what we're seeing so far tonight with Carter Froggatt, is just being aggressive in his blue paint, trying to play the puck as often as he can, and that's something that you want to see if you're the Nationals coaching staff. Absolutely. It's been a great statement game here for Carter Froggatt. Not the biggest amount of workload for him, but has done a great job doing what he can to hold on to that great lead his team has built up for him. And we'll see if he can continue here as we'll be right back with more of the London Nationals, Archon Aggregates of Nationals hockey here on Rogers TV.
Is this some kind of Canadian joke, sir? I mean, I know you're the instructor and everything, but we can't carry the ball. How can we get a decent shot at the peach basket?
All right. Maybe we can allow a carry of a couple of steps.
And Mr. Naismith, sir, it sure slows things down having to climb up here every time.
Well, then let's cut the bottom out of the basket.
Ah, but I need these baskets back.
100 years after James Naismith from Almont, Ontario invented it, basketball was being played by hundreds of millions of people around the world.
Think it's okay to drive high? Think again. Drug-impaired driving is as illegal as drunk driving, and in Ontario, the penalties are the same. If police suspect you're driving under the influence of drugs of any kind, or a combination of drugs and alcohol, and you fail a roadside test, your license will be suspended immediately for up to 30 days. You'll pay a penalty of $198. And you can be charged with a criminal offense of impaired driving, the same as alcohol. Driving high is never okay.
And we take a look at our next contest here on Rogers TV, which will be at 10 o'clock next Wednesday. It will still be at our normal time, 7 p.m., but that will be online on RogersTV.com. But if you want to check it out, that will be the Nationals taking on the Strathroy Rockets in another key battle here for first place. And as well, the Nationals are in first, aren't they? That's what Jeremy Hirsch said, but I think he might be a little mistaken right now as the Nationals close. 2 points back right now. A win tonight will put them into a tie for first place, but those LaSalle Vipers are currently up 2-0 in their contest as they might hold on to first place.
Yeah, and I guess clearly Jeremy Hirsch must have the GOJHL website up on speed dial for him in his interview, saying that you're in that first place position. Not exactly. You're currently tied with the Strathroy Rockets, and like you just mentioned, LaSalle currently up 2-0 on the Cambridge Redhawks. So if that game stays the same way, LaSalle wins, they'll have 25 points. London wins, they'll still be 2 points back with 23 potentially. So again, next Wednesday's matchup here against those Strathroy Rockets is going to be a big 4-point game. The 2 points you can get means 2 points that the other team does. And again, we talked about how these top 3 teams in the West are basically starting to pull away. St. Mary's with 17, Chatham 16, and don't count out those Sarnia Legionnaires. They are slowly building themselves a good hockey club down across on the 402. And only 3 points out behind for 5th place. So easily that middle of the pack, we're going to see constant changes and constant changes up in the top spot as well. So certainly a lot of clarity, but a lot of just good play from teams up and down this Western Conference.
As we get set here, seeing the Nationals coming out of the tunnel here, getting set for action here, and we'll see which team can reign supreme here in the third period, as both teams still looking to try to get that more established here in this game. Nationals do hold on to that 4-0 lead, but weren't really jiving what we see from them in that second period of action. Welland still trying to find themselves here in this contest. They showed flashes where they get that great active sticks in their own zone, really doing a great job keeping the Nationals to the outside. But once they get that puck, they haven't been able to do much with it. We'll see if that can change here and get something going for them here in the third.
Yeah, and again, Welland only having 2 wins on the campaign. They got their very first win of the season right in their very first game, and then they went winless in the month of October. So if they can come back and get themselves a win here, it'd be their biggest wins of the season, already down 4 here in the third period. But again, it's never over until the big lady sings, and so certainly a big time period here for Welland. But again, Nationals up 4, looking to continue to keep their foot on the gas pedal and get themselves to 2 points.
Nationals also start this period on the power play in minute 6 here to start. And we will start out. The Nationals get a quick shot right to start this period, but gets sent right back into their own zone. Picked up now by Lucas Chard, who will lead his team out on the rush. Chard across the blue line. Brings it to the front of the net. He takes a shot, gets blockered away there by Manel. Staying with it and held on to. Back up to the blue line for Chard. Chard, he's going to walk in, dishes it down low. Puck comes back out, right up to the blue line. Pace Roth over to Chard. Chard waits. He's going to take a shot, finds its way through traffic and right into the chest of Manel, and he'll hang on.
Yeah, good shot on the net there by Chard, and something that I'd like to see the Nationals do here with 31 seconds left is move the bodies around. They were very stagnant there on that power play, basically staying in their positions. If you can move the players around, you have that constant movement, you're going to be able to get the puck in the back of the net because you're going to create that open space.
Puck gets dumped all the way down, goes right onto Carter Froggatt, who will easily push it ahead. Now picked up by Atlee Rogers. 18 seconds left on the power play. Nationals going to bring out some speed, as Rogers, easily one of the fastest players on the team. Gets over to Chard. Chard back up to the blue line. Pace Roth, he waits, finds a shot through traffic. Almost gets tipped in front of the net by Hirsch. Chard again, back up top. Penalty is expired. Back on 5-on-5 action. Gets tripped up right in front of the net as Hirsch. Back up to the blue line, kept in. Pace Roth winds up, fires again. That one gets tipped and just goes wide once again. Pace Roth, nice little pass over to Hirsch. Hirsch keeps with it. He's going to move it out front. Tries to jam away with it right in front of the net. But Manels keeps with and hangs on.
Yeah, good little inside move there by Hirsch, and with it being a fresh ice surface, the puck's going to be a little bit sticky as, again, Pace Roth finds Hirsch. Hirsch with the one little touch there, able to generate and go right to the net. But a good job there by Manel, being able to just get aggressive out there in the blue paint, not allow any real pass back out in front.
Play right down low. Nationals get a quick jump, trying to go right in front of the net is LePayne. But he gets stopped up as here comes Welland. Lead pass ends up going off the skate of Alexander, picked up down low. Nationals going to turn it around behind their own net. Frosser gets a lead pass, gets it over to LePayne. LePayne loses in his feet, but finds it. Throws it behind the net, nobody there. Frosser will find it down in the corner. Pass a little too hard for Chipman to get a hold of. Timmins collects it behind the net. His pass, that gets tipped. Stolen now by Palmer. Palmer, nice little move, puts it on net. Backhand chance. And Manel makes a nice save. Back over again, Fisher. He's just going to throw it wide, hoping for a lucky bounce. Nothing there. Frosser, he takes a big hit down in the corner. Stroll is trying to keep with it. He gets taken down hard to the ice. And the puck does clear the length. And picked up by Fisher. He actually overskates it. And the danger is averted as he'll move it up the wall. Quickly stolen by Skelback. Skelback, he'll take a shot right on net. Puts a little too much juice on it and goes high. Woods gets a backhander, dumps in the offensive zone. Quickly picked up right at the half boards. Trying to clear the zone. Baldwin comes in, keeps it in. But Welland will clear the puck. Sent back up to the blue line by LePage. Now gets stopped up. Rogers picks it out of midair. Nice little move, puts a cross ice intended for Rulin, but ends up going a little too far behind him. Kopchuk's pass up to Rogers. He can't bring it in. Wood gets a chance. He carries it across the blue line. Riley Wood tries to bring himself down low. He gets stopped up right at the bottom of the circle. And the puck gets pinned right along the boards. Two Canadians, two Nationals battle for it. Puck does come out and it's just left there. And Welland will take the puck, cross the red line, and dump it into the far corner. Holding on to it now, Kopchuk. Spins it over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc, nice little move. He's going to break right through the middle. Tries to hold on to it, keeps with it. Ruland over to Kopchuk. Kopchuk puts it a bit high, hits Aerosmith right in the chest. And the puck does come down. Ruland will spin it around. He catches a stick up high. No penalty on the play. Puck gets brought right down in the corner, picked up now by Aerosmith. Aerosmith's got Guvermont with him. Remember, Guvermont on the hat-trick watch. Bouncing puck, shoots and scores! The sweet emotions as Aerosmith puts it in. And the Nationals take a 5-0 lead.
Well, there will be no crying on this goal here by Aerosmith, as this one is a beautiful feed over to Guvermont. Good shot down low, and the rebound just generates right to Aerosmith, and he's able to capitalize on that one for Aerosmith, his second goal here at the Western Fair Sports Center. And again, for him, that's now points. For him now, 3 points now in 7 games. He's slowly starting to get his confidence again.
Yeah, finding his role, his swing of things here within the Nationals. A tough thing when you're taking that jump up to junior B level, and he's done a great, or in this level, and he's done a great job adjusting. And Nationals now 40 shots on the night. Puck gets dropped right beside the net by Manel. Ovire, he'll move it out. Picked up by Kalpakis, and he'll just dump it in. Turned over to Chard. Chard, nice like little touch pass up to Hirsch. He a little give and go, gives it right back to Chard, but gets overskated. And Kotes just does a great job at just coming up from behind and getting the steal. Kotes brings it up. Kalpakis tries to put it back out front. Nobody there. Milne gets a hold of it. He'll put it up the wall. Now gets thrown, dumped into the offensive zone. Lave, he'll move it up. Stolen again, sent right back into the offensive zone once again. This time by Skelbeck. Nationals back up again. Goes off the skate. Milne can't hold it, and that will go offside on the play. One difference I'm seeing a lot here, since it's the out-of-conference games, you don't have that animosity you see a lot of the times that we see with all of the Nationals rivals in the Western Conference. You're not seeing the big chippy plays after every whistle, which we tend to see at every single game. If it's Strathroy, LaSalle, Sarnia, Kamoka, St. Thomas, anybody, it's just constant going at each other after every whistle. You don't see as much when you only see a team once every couple of years.
And again, with them reintroducing this cross-conference play, it's certainly exciting to see.
Palmer brings it down, trying backhand, scores! What a play, Talon Palmer. Beautiful backhand, puts it up top, 6-0 is your score.
A good transitional hockey here by the Nationals, as just a little chip play here, right in front of the blue line. Chipman just puts it into a soft spot for Palmer. Palmer has all the time and space just to roof it up top over Stanley Manel, and now being 6-0. Looks like we've seen a timeout being called here by Welland. And again, going it back to being cross-conference, you're exactly right, Kyle, where we're not exactly going to see the physicality as much because you don't know the opponent. Where you know, okay, yes, with Welland, they only have 2 wins on the campaign, so you don't have to play as physical. But again, with you're not really going to see Welland at all. The only way you would is if you see them in the Sutherland Cup final, which the Nationals did back in 2016. But again, when you get to that point, you don't know these teams. So again, when Caledonia comes in here in December, you're going to have Hamilton come in here in February, or pardon me, at the end of January. You're not going to see that animosity that we always see, whether it be St. Thomas, St. Mary's, LaSalle, Strathroy. When you play those teams 6-7 times during a season, you tend to find the guys you don't exactly see eye to eye with. But out here, you're facing guys that you may see eye to eye with because you're only going to see them once.
And even though, like as we said with that as well, it's that physicality build-up, because it's not just that you see them 6 and 7 times a year, it's the playoff matchups. And that's where you want to make sure you leave your mark when you're playing these guys, is you want to win no matter what. And it's a team that you're going to see again, and you want to have it in their heads that, hey, we beat you. Unlike this game where it's like, yeah, we want to get the 2 points, but we're not likely to see you guys again this season.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. You know, again, you're facing a team that you're not going to see for the remainder of the season, where, you know, for the Nationals, with them playing Strathroy next Wednesday, you're going to already see them for the 4th time already this season, and you'll have them another 3 times. So it's just so interesting to see how this cross-conference play matches up.
There's a nice little diversity to the season. Here's LeBlanc, bang, wrap around, like spinorama play out front, puts it on net. And Manel, he'll find it and get the glove on it. Another tight play for Manel as he's just continuing to have his work cut out for him so far in this game now. 41 shots on net for the Nationals, 17 for the Welland Jr. Canadians, who have yet to register a shot here in the 3rd period.
And again, this is the 7th game for Manel. And again, with it being cross-conference, it's kind of a bit of a trickery, because the normal goaltender for Welland is...
Back out front, shoots and scores. Sorry to interrupt you there, Jeremy, as Riley Wood, a nice little touch pass from behind the net by Atlee Rogers, finds its way out front as the Nationals extend the lead to 7. And Atlee Rogers picks up his 6th point of the year. I just like the work by him, just finding that puck, getting through traffic, getting over to Wood. And Wood, who has seen a little snake bitten in recent weeks, you gotta know that's gotta feel good. Despite the score, feels good to get the puck in the net.
Absolutely, we've seen Wood score exclusively against the Strathroy Rockets, so it's good to see him get on the board here against a non-conference team.
Puck does clear out, coming back in. Welland tries to get it out, and we're going to see another penalty coming here. The interference is the call, as Welland was going to head to the box.
Yeah, and this happens right out in front of the Nationals bench. And this is a prime example of interference. The puck is chipped away, and Welland right there just basically takes away the access to the puck. And when you're a defenseman in that type of position, yes, you are allowed to take him out of the play, but you have to allow him the space to still maintain the ability to get to the puck. And on that play, Welland was unable to keep that space, and so hence the interference call.
Puck gets moved over, brought right out front, loose puck, rebound chance, driving away at it, loose puck still, Froggatt stays on it, and the puck does not get through. Keeps in the zone, LeBlanc, he's going to clear it, as that flurry is the closest the Junior Canadians have got to getting something past Carter Froggatt here tonight. Puck comes up, we're all the way to the top hash marks. Set right back down low once again. Another shot from distance by LePage. That one just goes wide. Another tip out front, kicked aside by Froggatt. A big flurry determination here as new life seems to be put in these Junior Canadians, trying to get one on the board. Carruthers up to LePage. LePage gets his pocket picked by LeBlanc. Nice little drop pass for Gouvermont. Gouvermont still looking for number 3. Walks in, fires, and puts it right on net. And Manel, he'll hang on.
Yeah, Manel doing his best freeze frame challenge there. Has a beautiful drop pass from LeBlanc over to Gouvermont. And you can tell Manel was just trying to hold on to that one, get a whistle, because he didn't really want to play the puck. The referee was wanting him to play it, but again, wanting to just hold on and get a fresh group out there.
Puck comes out. Junior Welland will cross the red line. It's quickly stolen and brought back the other way. Here comes Milne. Milne walks in, puts it right between the legs of the defender, but gets knocked down to the ice. Puck gets turned around, across the blue line. Here comes Welland, across the blue line, bring it in tight, but can't quite get the shot, and another penalty coming to the Nationals. Tripping will be the call this time, so you'll get a short 5-on-3. Oh, it's actually going to Welland, actually.
No, I do believe this is going to go to the Nationals.
You are correct. It is Aerosmith heading to the box.
I don't think Aerosmith was on the ice, so to me this might have been a penalty going to Froggatt. As again, you can see it there, just Froggatt takes down his man right out in front. Not very often that we see a goaltender getting a penalty, but on that play, he ends up taking him out with his stick errantly. I'm sure Froggatt not exactly meant to do that, but again, you mentioned 18 seconds of an abbreviated 5-on-3. We'll see if Welland can get a goal here.
Pass moved over to Carruthers. Back to Skelbeck. Puck sent down low. Still being held on to. Back to Skelbeck again. He walks in. He takes a shot. Nice tracking of the play. And Froggatt makes another save as Welland back on the ice. As we move to a 5-on-4 here for 1:42. 10:29 remaining here in the third period. Nationals holding on to a commanding 7-0 lead. Thanks to 3 goals in the first 5 minutes here in the third. Puck sent back down low. Still battling for it. Nationals going to try to move it up front, get it out, and will clear the zone. Skelback, he'll move it over. Puck will get picked up. Matter will bring it in, takes a shot. That goes off the shoulder of Froggatt. Back behind the net again. Cotes puts it back up. Skelback, he takes a shot. That gets blocked. Taken down, and another penalty coming to the Nationals. It's going to be Logan Pace-Roth this time for slashing. But we'll see 6 on 4 here now for the Junior Canadians. They'll bring it up. Across the blue line, walking right in, just carrying it through, goes right on net, and they'll be held on by Froggatt. So a little bit longer on a 5-on-3 this time, 48 seconds. So Nationals getting a little undisciplined here. Just a bit of a careless penalty by Pace-Roth.
Yeah, the shot got through traffic, and then Pace-Roth on that play just ends up taking the hard whack on that play. Just not exactly what you want to do there. You're up by 7, no need to really throw your stick around like that. And so again, referee Murray giving him the conversation of just saying, hey, you're up 7, no need to do that. And so again, another 5-on-3 here for Welland.
LePage, he'll hold on to the puck. Off the Welland face-off win. He'll set it down low, takes a shot grabbed by Froggatt, just gets enough of it to keep it over the net. Back to LePage, right at the top of the zone. He dishes over, walks in, trying to get over, back out front. Nice reaction time in front of the net by Lave to keep it out. Ryan across the blue line. He hangs on to it. Dishes it over, Ryan again, tees it up. And great stick work by Ali Rogers will deflect that out of play. 7 seconds left in the penalty to Carter Froggatt, and Aerosmith will be back on the ice.
Yeah, and that's a key thing here for these national penalty killers, is getting those sticks in the lane, where if you can take away that lane, then you're going to create a pass option for Welland, and Welland is trying to generate shots on target, but when you take away that shooting lane, it's a tough thing to get it towards the net.
Skelback, he takes another shot, rebound chance, back out front, loose puck, just misses wide. Trying again, walk for the wraparound chance, and just puts it high as Carruthers. As back on the ice, we are back to 5-on-4 now. Still 1:04 remaining.
And again, we'll follow it here on the Jerry cam as that deflects off of Kopchuk's stick and just misses the net, and the Nationals continue to Welland continues to generate chances, and now 1:04 here remaining here on their power play.
Gotta shout out the Jerry cam whenever we can. It's always positive when we get a good shot from our man down at the end. Puck comes up all the way back up. Carruthers, he'll keep it in the zone. Nice little tip play, great read by LePayne. Carruthers gets it right back. LePayne reads it again. He gets the steal. Here comes LePayne. He's going to carry it across the blue line. Walks in, takes a shot, and just puts it right over the top corner. Rouland will come in. He'll put it down behind the net again. And here comes Welland. They're going to bring it back out. Just under 30 seconds remaining here in the power play. Jeremy Hirsch applying a lot of pressure. Trish trying to drive with it. Big play down low on his back, and just helps force that puck out of the zone, forcing Welland to regroup again, and another penalty coming to the Nationals. The penalty train continues here as Jeremy Hirsch is now heading to the box for tripping.
Yeah, and again, the stick gets into the skates there. And you're right, the parade to the penalty box continues here in this third period for the Nationals, as Welland is just moving inside out, making the dekes and maneuvers, and the Nationals are just getting errant sticks. And just the parade into the box, and I'm sure that head coach of the Nationals, Mike McElveen, is going to try to tell his boys to settle it down here as you continue to set up opportunities.
One-time chance by Ryan Reesbound, scores! And Welland breaks the shutout and finally puts one past Carter Froggatt as he sprawls out. And just like that, Nico Kalpakis puts the Welland Jr. Canadians on the board. 7-1. Here's go.
Yeah, and again, good puck movement leads to the one-time shot there from Kalpakis. And you feel for Froggatt here having the shutout until that point in time. His team in front of him kind of shooting themselves in the foot with all those penalties.
Yeah, just the constant stream of penalties, 8 straight minutes of power play time here for the Junior Canadians. Not what you want to see if you're a goaltender, seeing your guys go straight to the box, even though one of the penalties was yours. Puck comes all the way down. Chard, he's going to battle for the puck, but right behind the net. He's going to squeak out and go all the way into the neutral ice. Across the blue line, here come the Junior Canadians, driving right down low again, takes the chance in front of the net. Froggatt has to make a tough save. Ryan picks off the pass intended for Chard. Chard does stick with it enough to get it right back. Moves it up to Milne. Milne waits. Now he's going to walk it in. Nice little pass down to Chard. Chard takes it at a sharp angle, jams away at it. And will be held on to and get the whistle by Manel. 53 seconds remaining into the penalty to Jeremy Hirsch.
Yeah, and a sneaky little play there by Lucas Chard. He got lost in the coverage on that play as Milne drew all the Junior Canadians up to the top of the blue line. But once again, Manel able to just come out at top aggressive on Chard and take any real golden scoring chance away. Still 50 seconds to go here in Welland's power play, like you mentioned. 8 consecutive minutes of power play time and only scoring 1 goal. Again, Welland's got to love the fact that they've gotten 8 minutes of power play time.
It's relatively clean first half of the game as well for both teams. Only 2 power plays aside. In Junior B, that's quite low from tradition what we see with the Nationals. But tonight, that's just a very undisciplined third period here. And Welland finally strikes gold and are 1 for 5 here on the night so far, trying to get one more chance to make it 2 for 6. But the puck comes back up, Skelback, he's going to take another shot. Froggatt has to make another tough save. And does so, but another great chance by Welland as they are once again showing signs of life here in the later half of the third.
And it's not like the penalties that the Nationals are getting are due to physicality. They're just, it's errant sticks, it's the slashes, the trips, it's those ones that you don't necessarily need to take in a high-scoring game that the Nationals have, being up by 7. They had that 7-0 lead as lookout. That puck hits the roof and stays. It's going to stay inside. But again, it's just so interesting how the Nationals, out of those 8 minutes, none of them really physical fouls.
No, just very undisciplined play by the Nationals. We've seen better from them. If it was just hard battling penalties, then you can accept that. But the very undisciplined ones, that might be something that Mike McElveen is going to have to look at. Puck comes out over to Palmer. Palmer will move it out. He'll just get picked up right back over. The Nationals move it out. Nice pass by Pace. Roth gets it up to LePayne. LePayne stays with it. Moves it back up. Takes a shot right in the slot by Chipman. And that'll be held on to again by Manel.
And again, with 5 minutes to go, like I mentioned in the first period, we're going to see basically these exact same uniforms in here next Wednesday, except it's not going to be the Welland Canadians. It's going to be the Strathroy Rockets and a potential battle for the number 2 position in the West.
And puck just sneaks away to another rebound chance, another save by Froggatt. And pucks are starting to come a little more frequently here in the third, up to 28 shots now by the Junior Canadians, who went the first 9 minutes of the period without a shot on net. Pace Roth picks it up off the rebound. Nice lead pass, gets it up to Chipman. Chipman's got LePayne going right down, and he loses the puck. Palmer keeping with it, just battling for the puck as he gets taken down hardly the ice. We're going to see a penalty coming from that, as now we see a scrum here As Nationals do not like seeing one of their top scorer go down hard like that.
Yeah, you talk about penalties that you don't want to take. And it looks like it's going to go to Kalpakis on the play as he shoved Chipman down right to the ice. And so now London will go to the power play with 4:34 to go here in this third period. Only their second power play so far in the contest.
Yeah, 0 for 1 so far tonight. And the puck gets tipped out. Pace-Roth can't hold the line. Another thing that we're seeing a lot from the Nationals power play as well is because it's been struggling so much throughout the year is a constant rotation on that blue line spot to see which defenseman can work. Now we've seen Fisher, we've seen Fagan, now we see Pace-Roth up there. So just a quest to try to find somebody who can quarterback this power play to success.
Yeah, normally we'd say Fagan in this spot.
Back down low, put it out right out front. Can't quite get the shot off again. Brought back up to Chard. Nice little saucer pass over to Pace-Roth. He fires it on net. Bouncing puck goes right down low. Nationals can't convert. Pace-Roth keeps it in, however. Gets it over to Wood. Wood, nice little slap pass. Down low again, loose puck, and buried by Chard on the loose puck as the Nationals take a 8-1 lead.
And that was a goal that Lucas Chard, yes, you got to bury it, but at the same time, he almost didn't want to on this play. Again, here's the pass over across the ice. You can just see Chard sees it. He knows he's got to put the tap in on it. And that's goal number 8 off of 48 shots thrown the Nels' way. And now for Lucas Chard, that is his 3rd goal here on the campaign for him, as he's starting to become that point per game player that we saw from him last season.
Yeah, he only started out with 1 point his first 3 games, but he's really turned it on and picking up quite a few multi-point games. Has a couple tonight as well off the Hirsch goal, and then another one here, so well over a point per game now. As the Nationals pick up a power play goal, I think that's less about who got the goal and more about the power play actually succeeding, where it's continued to struggle, back down under 10% on the season. Carruthers, he'll move it up, get over to Reed. Reed, stick goes flying out of his hand. Wood will pick it up, gets it over. Big hit thrown. Wood tries to get a lead pass up to Rogers, out of his reach. As the Nationals go up for a change, just keep the defensive pairing of Fisher and Ruland out. Lead pass a little too far ahead of Carruthers, and now we'll go for an icing. 2:51 remaining here in the third.
And with 8 goals the Nationals put so far in the net so far, again, multiple point night for Jeremy Hirsch, multiple point night for Talon Palmer. Also a multiple point game for Eric Frossard in his first career GOHL game. He's got himself 2 assists, so lots of production up and down the lineup. And for a call-up like Frossard, able to get 2 points, certainly something that the coaching staff of the Nationals will certainly notice.
The benefit for him too as well is he gets a chance with one of the Nationals' top defenders out of the lineup, and then a team that like you're just outplaying and getting a lot of pucks on net, a lot of goals on the board. It gives you that opportunity to play in every situation and really get a feel for them, and see the coaching staff gets to see a lot more of what we see. And Guvermont picks it up and gets the hat trick as we see our first hat trick here at the Western Fair all season long, as Austin Guvermont buries his 5th of the season and 3rd of the night.
Yeah, and again, just the Nationals throwing the puck around down low and lands right onto the stick of Guvermont. Aerosmith wires that one over, and then just 2 straight rockets of passes lands right back onto the stick of Guvermont, and he buries it for his 3rd of the night. Tally that up now for him. He's now quickly up to 5 goals.
That's beautiful, beautiful little move there by the Nationals. Just some great work down low as they capitalize once again. As Austin Guvermont does a great job. Here comes Palmer. Palmer just gets clocked right in the middle of the ice. Back Puck goes right back out front. Payne can't get a stick on it. Lave finds it again. 2 minutes left here in the game. Puck comes out front and just gets buried underneath a bunch of players and finally finds its way into the glove of Manel. As we finish up our third period of action here, it is brought to you, as always, by Great White Wealth Management. As the Nationals now just a smothering 9-1 lead. 50 shots on the board now against Welland's 28, who have done quite a good job getting pucks on net here in the third and did manage to break Froggett's shutout.
Yeah, totality now almost of 80 shots in tonight's contest. Certainly not at the numbers that we see traditionally here on a Wednesday night, but both teams certainly putting the rubber onto the goaltenders.
Frossert, he just takes it, and we'll see a penalty coming here again, this time to Welland.
Yeah, and so the Nationals will close out this game on the power play, as again happens down low, and Atlee Rogers gets a face full of glove. And so again, with it being high sticking, ended up being the call. And so again, minute 25 to go in this game. If you're the Nationals, yes, you would like to get a 10th, but at the same time, that's not the end goal. Here, you just want to focus on finishing this game strong, but 10 goals is certainly something that you might want to try to achieve too.
More power play practice is always welcome, as Kai Skelbeck is in the box for 2 minutes. As the Nationals once again trying to get something going, get that power play going. It's less about, as you said, Jeremy, it's less about that 10th goal and more about just the power play clicking here. Puck gets sent down the length of the ice. Froggett will come out to play it. Puck gets held onto. Pace Roth drops it for Chard. Chard brings it in with speed. Cross ice over to Rogers. Rogers back up to the point. Pace Roth, he'll assess the situation. Gives it back to Chard. Chard down low. Wood battling for his position in front of the net. Takes a couple shots, bringing up front. One-timer attempt. That one goes off a leg. Turn back again. Pace Roth, he winds up a big slap shot. Hope for a tip in front of the net. Nobody can get a stick on it. Chard, backed out again. Hirsch, Chard again. Just going pitch and catch between the two. Cross-ice pass, walks over, takes a shot. That one just misses its target. Chard will collect again. He'll throw it down low. Hirsch comes in, sharp angle, takes the shot. That one goes off a leg. Another chance, last second, dying seconds go by, and that will do it as the London Nationals pick up just an utter domination victory here over the Welland Jr. Canadians. 9-1 is your final. And we will be right back with our final thoughts and 3 stars here on Rogers TV.
I'm sure right now a lot of you feel like you aren't able to be who you truly are.
What's most important, more important than everybody else knowing who you are, is that you know who you are.
As a young person, time moves slower for you. And just know that things will get better.
It Gets Better Canada is a registered Canadian charity with a focus on uplifting our queer youth through the power of digital storytelling.
As a Two-Spirit person, I use they, them pronouns, but that's not the case for every Two-Spirit person.
There are so many voices out there that we didn't have 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
No matter what your mind tells you, you really are perfect the way you are, so stop beating yourself up so much.
I'm gonna be a boy in a dress, because why not?
Your identity is explosive.
We all have our unique journeys, but one thing that connects us all is the desire to be happy, the desire to celebrate being our authentic selves.
After a night out with your friends, not having a plan for a safe ride home can leave you in a bad spot. You could end up riding in a police car, an ambulance, or a hearse. These unplanned modes of transportation can be a costly choice and do not take you home. Your plan could include a designated driver, a taxi, or public transit. Drink responsibly, choose your ride, and have a plan for a safe ride home.
Visit arrivealive.org to find out more.
You can Help keep kids warm and cozy this winter with Rogers TV Warm and Woolly Dry in partnership with the Boys and Girls Club of London. On Friday, November 10th, we invite you to bring new toques, mitts, scarves, gloves, and warm socks to the London Knights game. Volunteers will be collecting donations at each gate. Let's fill those bins to keep kids warm this winter. Back here at the Western Fair Sports Center, probably the most dominating game we've seen from the London Nationals in quite a few years. 9-1 is your final, and not much else to say about this contest other than this was just all Nationals basically all game long.
Well, you knew it from the moment of puck drop that Welland came into this building knowing that they probably weren't going to get the win in here tonight, knowing how the Nationals were able to explode offensively, and boy did they ever explode with 9 goals, multiple points up and down the lineup. And again, all that matters for the Nationals is the 2 points that they get, considering that they need to continue to chase Strathroy and LaSalle, who ended up winning their game tonight as well.
Absolutely. Now, this game, you won't see Welland again. We know that. But what I think this means, though, for the Nationals, it's a great momentum booster. You got a power play goal tonight. Everybody looked good. You saw everybody mobbing Gouvermont at the end of the game, who picks up the hat trick in this contest. It's a great momentum boost as you go to take on Strathroy next week, which is just a massive game. Once again, that game here it will be on 10 o'clock here on Rogers TV and normal time online. It's going to be a massive game between those two teams next week.
Yeah, it's going to be a 4-point game next Wednesday. Again, the 2 points you win, the other team doesn't get as well.
Yeah, should be a great game between those two teams. And with that, we'll drop it down to Taylor for our 3 stars. Taylor?
Our 3 stars is presented by Paul Duarte and Associates. At our 3rd star is with his 2-point performance in his debut game with the London Nationals, Eric Fassard. Our 2nd star is Austin Gouvermont with his 3 goals and an assist on the night. And our 1st star honors goes to Blake Aerosmith with 4 points tonight, 1 goal and 3 assists. Definitely an incredible high-scoring game. You can catch us next week, November 15th, as the Strathroy Rockets are coming here to the Western Fair Sports Center to take on the London Nationals. You can stream the game at 7 p.m. online, or you can catch it at 10 p.m. on Channel 13. On behalf of everyone here at Rogers TV, Kyle, Jeremy, and I, we wish you good night.
And it's very bad for native aquatic species, but as well as animals. It actually grows in such a dense population, very close together, that even animals like turtles and muskrats can't actually get through the Phragmites to get to the pond or the water. So it's very detrimental, and they're working right now to eradicate it. So thanks again for joining me, and until next time, see you in nature.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
Paradise. Thursdays on City TV.
I'm feeling anxious, a little nervous.
Tanner's so hot. He's cute. He is really cute. It's hot. Everyone's coupled up. Damn. I'm not trying to betray you.
She took a big-ass samurai sword and just drove it through my heart.
That is some immature seriously.
I mean, that's paradise, you know? Bachelor in Paradise. All new. Thursdays, 9, 8 central on City TV. Or stream it on City TV Plus.
Are you low on food? Struggling to pay the bills? Overwhelmed by life's challenges? When you need support but don't know where to turn, just dial 211. 211 connects you to the programs or services near you.
211, how can I help you?
211, help starts here.
This is Rogers TV.
This is